Warning, the following video is extremely disturbing. You've been warned.
Your picture. That's fucking brilliant. The thing is, I knew exactly who you were without even being able to hear anything. I forgot I turned my volume down on my TV because I got the volume up on the TV. I've got the volume down on this. Oh, right, okay. Right, so someone's asked about the book. Right, okay. Now, this is... I didn't actually do it. Hello. It wasn't actually me that did it, technically, but I did encourage it severely because I was in a bad mood and I thought it would be hilarious. Right, so...
Well, it is hilarious.
So we girls were all sat on a video chat and we decided that it would be funny if someone sent Kirsten a book about Munchausen syndrome, and by the time the evening finished, we'd ordered and paid for and sent the book out to her. And the next day we paid next day delivery, and the next day she was on live, and someone specifically asked her how her day had gone to see if they could goad an answer out of her, but she wouldn't respond. And it was so funny. It was so funny.
I would have paid money to see her face.
Hey, Gail. Well, she was angry. Full well. See, she's online, so she can agree. The person who did it has come into the live. Honestly, it was the most hilarious thing ever. Sending her that book. Genius move. See. Yes, thank you, Lou. See, I'm not outing Lou that she did it because she's actually written that she did it. Was she fuming all day? That makes it even better, Kira. That makes it so much better that she was fuming all day. That's freaking hilarious. I love the fact that she was annoyed all day. That was brilliant. It had to be done. She deserved it. She absolutely 100% freaking deserved it.
Fucking hilarious.
She deserved it. She 100% deserved it.
Yes.
Oh God, Lou, when was this? Was this was a couple of oh God.
Right, just after I got banned as mod.
Well, I would have paid money to see her face.
No, we weren't modding for her at that point. We'd been gone for a while at that point, but she was just niggling us by just basically being full of shit. Yes. Oh my God, Kira, did she show people? Please tell me.
Got verbal diarrhea. Sorry,
please tell me. Please tell me she showed people.
I need to show you the messages that certain mod sent me.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Yeah, definitely do that. Right, okay. So, basically, I've got to try and keep my temper in check today. However, I do need to let you all know that I don't know what a psychogenic seizure is. I don't know what that
basically is. A non-epileptic seizure.
Is that a serious comment? I don't know if that's a serious comment. Lewis, tell me how I might cause a epileptic psychogenic seizure. Fucking hell. Sorry, it's too hot, and when it's too hot, my brain doesn't work correctly because I have POTS. Been confirmed, have POTS.
The live is being screen recorded.
Yes. Apparently. Yeah, the live is being screen recorded. Right, the observer is here with my permission. The live is being screen recorded. It's being screen recorded for our safety and to help raise awareness. The main reason it's being screen recorded is so that it can be put on... Oh, it was a joke. That's okay then, Lewis. The main reason it's being screen recorded is so that it can also be put on to YouTube, but it's also to protect all of us against... trying to make allegations that we are doing a hate live or all that bull crap that she likes to come out with.
Yeah.
Hi, Sue. Welcome everyone.
I'd rather it be screen recorded as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Welcome everyone. We're trying to raise awareness. We're trying to educate people. As one of my good friends, Willie Chronic, always says, educate, no hate. Which is what we are actually trying to put out into the world, unlike certain people whose names shall not remain nameless because I don't have to not say her name. Kirsten Cunningham, come join us, love. It'll be fun if you came on our live.
Her middle name's Emma.
I will try and stay calm. I will try and not lose my temper. Obviously, tempers are going to get flared because we have people in here, or the vast majority of which are ex-mods. So it does tend to get a little bit more lively than if any of you have seen Sally's lives. It does tend to get a bit more aggressive than Sally's do because she is speaking from a place of fact, whereas I'm trying to speak from a place of fact, but also speaking from a place of experience. I've got someone who I did try and work out how to do the green screen. Now, this person is going to laugh, right? So I tried to sort out the green screen. I tried to work it out. She was going to talk me through it, but obviously realised that it was just a no-hope situation and wasn't going to work because my brain isn't functioning correctly. Now, I'll bring more guests up in a minute, Quinn. Now, what's hilarious is the fact that she is going to provide the screenshots for today. So I've got to work out how I do the video, how Sally does hers with all the boxes going across, which I will work out in a minute. But I clicked on the wrong button when I came on the live and actually brought the green screen up. So I do actually know how to do the green screen now, but I haven't edited any of the images. So as the person who's going to be sharing the images has edited the images, I'm going to stick with that being the format that we go through.
Is this certain person actually joining us tonight?
What, Kirsten?
Yes.
I don't know. She might do. It'd be funny if she did.
Because Carly's mum said she'll join.
It'll be good if she does join. So we can get her awareness across. But at the same time,
hilarious if she joined.
I had to do a call earlier because she decided to fake
a seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a surprise.
So I done a safeguarding call.
It's not. I would have just wanted an ambulance.
The thing is, safeguarding calls are a really good idea. If someone could keep their eye on the comments and just
I am.
Do you want me to mod as well?
I don't know.
There's quite a few of us. There's me. There's Emma.
Box. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me see if I can work out how to mod you if you're in the.
I'll write a comment.
Add moderator. I think I clicked on it then. There we go. Right. So basically, we don't want to remove any guests if we don't want to remove any mods if they come in.
Apart from Chloe.
Apart from Chloe Louise. If Chloe Louise comes in, anyone who's modding, if you see her, just block her instantly. She's not allowed to be in here. Chloe Cooper is fine. Chloe Cooper is perfectly safe. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Chloe Cooper.
A lot of people requesting to be mods.
Yeah, it's people that I know really well, so it's perfectly. So it is fine.
I'm just letting you know because the comments go really fast, babe.
They are going super fast.
Chloe, who again? Sorry.
Right, so Chloe Louise is not okay. Chloe Louise is not okay. Chloe Cooper is fine.
Right. Okay.
And Luke.
So basically, Chloe Cooper, Chloe, you're perfectly fine. If there's any other mods that come in, as long as they're being respectful, they can stay. I'm pretty sure on Sally's live we nearly turned a mod. Not yesterday, day before that. We nearly turned a mod. I don't know if we're gonna manage to tip her over the edge to join our side or what. I don't know, but we're gonna try.
Thank you for putting it in the comments, Sarah.
All these people are. They're all currently going through the experience that I had as a mod, so I understand why they're doing what they're doing. However, Chloe Louise spread nothing but hate and made abusive comments, and I haven't got time for that. And that stands for our side as well. I want the comments to try and remain respectful. I mean, obviously you're allowed to express your opinions, but don't turn on each other.
If
You know what I mean?
that
Just try and
does
keep it nice.
happen, can we turn comments off?
Yes, if we pull someone up and if, oh, for God's sake, if you see someone who is making comments that aren't acceptable, just mute that person or kick them out. It's up to you. Right, we are talking about Kirsten Cunningham. Now, you will do, Paris. If you're in my live or you're in Sally's live or you're in anyone else's live who's got anything negative to say about her whatsoever, you will be booted. If you go into her live and you say anything about having a health condition, you'll be booted. Especially if you're more knowledgeable than her, you'll definitely be booted then.
Bring Becky Boo on. I'm ready to take that one on.
If you experienced anything, any medical episode where you could possibly challenge her on her medical episode, you'll be blocked. You'll just keep on getting blocked for anything, basically. So you cannot not get blocked from her. I don't think there's a possibility, a way of not getting blocked. 2 seconds. Oscar! Stop it, you little shit.
What has he done now?
He is trying to wreck
Hey,
my
Oscar.
rug.
Hey, Oscar.
Hey, Oscars.
He's a little shit.
Little shit, but cute as
She is
well.
still on TikTok. You have probably been blocked, Emily, because she likes to do that. Basically,
Yeah, everybody.
What? You're going to love this, Christy.
Don't
Because you
block me
missed
yet.
this.
Oh,
She has
what?
unblocked me.
Yeah, she unblocked me.
What?
I've been unblocked. I've actually been unblocked. She's unblocked me, which I think
Why?
is hilarious.
Why?
I have no idea, but she unblocked me. So I was like, okay, fine. Unblock me. I don't care. And I keep on being invited into her lives, which I just think is
my
brilliant.
God, did he do
Yeah.
Rebecca, apparently, her block list is actually full, and they've had to start going through and unblocking people because her block list is full. I mean, you know that you're doing something fucked up if your list of blocked people is that long. It's because he's orange, he can't help it, Zachary. Well, Zachary, you are correct there. Orange cats are literally evil Knievel of the cat world. That is basically what they are. They are just like pure, unadulterated craziness and rage. That is orange cats. That is what they do.
There's a comment from Shani. I think the vulnerable Becky is in here.
Okay, right. Bex, if you are in here, you are welcome to stay in here. I will warn you, there are going to be things said in here that you are probably not going to like, but you are welcome to stay in here. Please, no, unless Bex isn't going to say anything horrible, so please don't block Bex. If any of your comments aren't coming up, please bear with us because the comments are going so fast. We already have 269 people in here, which is quite crazy. Thank you everyone for sharing. If anyone knows anyone that's not really,
out, shall I?
if anyone knows anyone that isn't in here that is involved, please feel free to share it with them. So, right, okay, I'll start from the top. What we want to
Put a
do.
portal out.
I don't. What's that?
It gets more viewers.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
do
Get
that.
the message out, yeah?
I don't know how to do that.
I do. Just as well I've got the money. There you go. It's out for you, mate.
Oh, thank you, babe. I've
No worries.
never seen that in my life. 100% Sarah, you're blocked. 100% Sarah, you'll be blocked.
Oh, I was blocked when I pulled her up on what she said. When I was unblocked no more than 24 hours later because she wanted money out of me.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, got a ribbit in my hair. Use
can
his
you
hair
put-
gel.
Can you put Carly's mum in the box?
Yes, I can. Right. Can someone tell me how I do all the boxes like Sally had? How do I do that?
Go on to... is it settings or moderator settings? No, not moderator settings.
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 Is it just settings?
If you want
Yeah, and then
if
you
you
can put
want
it as
to
a
share,
grid or
Emily,
Yeah.
if you want to share the screen recording, you're going to have to make me big.
Yeah, how do I do that?
You press it, and then there's some.
What,
there's a
press you?
Yeah, press me.
Okay, expand. Oh, I've never done that before. Oh, no, it expanded on me. Oh, that wasn't nice. Don't do that again. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Right, so,
Carly's mum.
yeah. We'll have Carly's mum in here as well. Of course, she's live now. She's always bloody live. She's never not live. Right, Quinn did ask first, so I've got to put her up first, and then I will put up Carly's mum as well. And then I will have you up.
contact with Maxine Autism.
I will have you up here as well, Black Rose. Okay.
That does not surprise me that Maxine's blocked you.
I wanted to share info on her live.
Yeah.
But we got blocked.
I can't remember her name. What was her name? What was the mod that we almost turned? What was her name? It'll come to me like probably in about an hour. 11:21. That's a bit early for a fakey shaky. Right, so we're going to put some slides up, and we're going to show. This is basically facts. So I'm bringing it up because I'm done hiding things and not showing people the truth about what actually went on with being her mod. So if we could have the mod rules ones up, please, that would be really useful. Just so I can kind of show people. Yeah, of course you can, Lady Wronglands. Feel free.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this is the mod rules. So if Kirsten has a hypo or seizure at any point, but specifically at night, all mods need to be muting comments. All mods need to be blocking those who make disgusting comments. Please remember to block and mute these people, otherwise their comments stay up and Kirsten can read them. If there are too many comments / too many viewers, like last night there were over 200, comments are to be turned off and not turned back on again until the event is over. Mods can communicate via mod chat and with Kirsten through Messenger. If help is needed, the only calls are to be made to Kirsten's dad or mum. If you do not have either of their numbers, then find a mod who does. In your own mod chat, please let your members know who has their contact info. Also, please make sure at least one mod is timing the event. Do not stop the timer until Kirsten is fully compos mentis, i.e. back to normal. Her mumbling words and saying stuff like, I don't know what's happening, is part of her post-ictal stage, which needs to be included in the timings as she... Hang on, I'm waiting for Mill's thing to disappear. As she needs to be... as she regularly slips back into another seizure. If she bangs her head and or her breathing weakens, slows, or she gasps for air, or she vomits, please note this down. This is all vital information, as well as her last glucose and temp reading. Now, I did not, unlike was said at the time, I did not come up with those rules. Those rules were dictated by Kirsten. I merely shared them, and I quote, they listen to you more, and it's better coming from you. So I was the one who shared them in the mods group chat on WhatsApp. Now, you could all see that that was a screenshot from a mods chat. Now, I purposefully haven't included anyone else's comments because I haven't had clearance from other people to include their comments. So it goes on to, and the room she's in, because obviously the room that she's in is important. If a dad does need to be contacted, please include all the info listed above. When he responds to you, just send a simple message back, please. It has been requested not to hound mum or dad with messages about Kirsten's status. If any of us get an update, we'll share it with the group. If you are capable of doing all of this, And yes, I know it's a lot, but it's lucky I couldn't sleep last night and I could jump on the live. Otherwise, I dread to think what might have happened. Then that's fantastic. If you don't feel capable of this, then please let us know and we can have Kirsten remove you as a permanent mod. Thank you.
Yes. Where do we start?
Those were our rules. That was what we had to stick by, and that they're not the updated rules by anyone, because the rules went from that. They then changed, and then they've changed again since then.
What happens if you break them, can I ask?
Basically, I'll tell you exactly what happens. And if she was in here, then she'd be able to respond, but she's not actually in here. Now, if you break any of those rules as a mod, what happens, yes, I am an ex-mod, Sophie. What happens is she will kick off at you or threaten SH or S, and it's all your fault. 100%. That's exactly what happens. And if the person who, I literally have proof of that happening, if the person who I can prove that happening to is happy for me to share that information, kind of towards the end of me being there, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They'll know exactly who it was about, who was accused of causing her to nearly do that because she turned the comments off because Kirsten changed her mind about having the comments turned off.
That was me, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't you. No, it was you that did it. But if you remember, it wasn't you that got told that, because someone told Kirsten that it was one of the other girls. And if you remember, what was her exact words? She almost unalived because of this person.
I didn't know of that, and I will sincerely apologise to that person if they wish to be named.
No. Babe, it was sorted at the time, if you remember, because I've actually gone through the messages today. So I've reread the messages today, and you apologised at the time.
I got kicked out at the time. So...
No, none of us were well. Unfortunately, this is the thing. I've been going... The thing with Kirsten, what she fails to realise is if you decide to mess around with someone who has a history of being in not so great relationships and they become hoarders, for want of a better phrase, because of those, she should have realised that I would screenshot everything, and I still have all those screenshots. I still have all the messages. I still have everything. So
you know what? I've got the ex-mod chat as well.
Yep.
I'm not going to disclose it because obviously other people might not want it to be said. But if you want that evidence, I'll send it over to you.
Yes, thank you, babe. So that was all. Yeah, see, Luann, that's exactly what happened with Amy. We had over 300 on. She had passed out and she was out cold. She wasn't like half with it. She was literally out cold. And so Amy took the right step and turned the comments off, which was exactly what needed to be done, because none of it, there was me and Amy on. And Amy wasn't even supposed to be a mod. Amy was literally supposed to be like an interim there if it was absolutely necessary, and Amy was the only person I could get hold of.
I weren't well enough either, to be fair.
No, you were.
I was sectioned at the time.
And so Amy turned the comments off. Obviously, I didn't say anything to Kirsten as to who it was that turned the comments off because I wasn't going to out anyone. Someone obviously passed that message on to Kirsten as to who it was that turned the comments off, but passed on the wrong information. I mean, I'm glad in some respects that she passed on the wrong information, but
Kirsten
no one's name.
Be considered is malicious communications.
Yeah, see, the problem is some of it is
accountable for her actions, I'm afraid.
Yeah, she's not. She's. If it is Munchausen or fictitious disorder, which is what it's called now, is that she is not classed as being culpable of her actions because she isn't mentally well enough. Yeah, see, I agree, Amy. I think she knows what she's doing as well. I personally think she knows at least some of what she's doing. But
Yeah, I've just invited someone into the box. I do apologise.
it's all right, don't worry. No one will be able to join until...
I meant to at them, not invite.
I am.
Yeah, she knows exactly what she's doing at times.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's very crafty. She
Right, so these are
best for the better way. She manipulated me so bad. So bad, I ended up in hospital.
It's all lies, Emily. So these were the revised rules. No one is to discuss with Kirsten an event after it happens. Becky and myself are the only ones who are permitted to discuss her feed. And specifically when Kirsten is hyper at the beginning of which happens at the beginning of a hypo, she will be jittery and all over the place. And then she'll begin to have a hypo. We want to jump on it as soon as we notice it and ask Kirsten nicely to push glucose, and no mentioning of where Kirsten lives or doxing info. She does have an Amazon wish list, and if you request it from her with permission, I will send it to you.
It's actually in her bio, her Amazon wish list now.
Yeah, it is now, isn't it? Because it never used to be, if you remember. She used to keep that hidden. But if you remember, Amy, how happy she was to share her bank account details.
Exactly.
She would literally be giving those bank account details out to anyone.
She would wink and she would give them out.
Yeah.
All you have to do is press one like and she would give it to you. Because she's a money-thieving, patronising, vulnerable person that needs closing down off the internet and strict one-to-one rules.
Yeah. Amy, we are talking about Kirsten Cunningham. Sarah Jane, yes, her account is currently private, but she will make it non-private, then private again, then non-private, private, then private again, then non-private, and private again, because that's what she likes doing.
She likes messing with people's heads.
Very much so, Amy.
Pardon?
Very much so.
Yeah.
So, this is about contacting Dad. It's only to happen if, one, Kirsten has a full seizure for 15 minutes without stopping. She stops breathing. She falls out of her chair / off her bed. Or she bangs her head during a seizure. And if she can't get up or falls over after making any attempt to get up, and if she bangs her head and is bleeding. Oh yeah, no, I'm fully aware of that now, Kate. That's the thing. When I first found her on TikTok, no, I agree with you there, Lou. When I first found her on TikTok, I had been on TikTok, I think it was less than a week that I'd been on TikTok, and I found her, and I thought I'd found a person, someone who I could actually connect with, because she had EDS and she had this wrong with her and she had that wrong with her, and I felt sorry for her, and so I started to talk to her and I became friends with her. And then I realised, she's on her own, and she's on her own all the time. Well, that's not fair. I'm going to go and talk to her, and I'm going to keep her company.
Exactly my feelings. God.
Yeah.
The stuff we would get talking about in the mod chat and that. We would have a right light-hearted conversation.
Yep.
But as soon as you said anything medical, she'll close you down, kick you out, and ban you.
Yep.
She can't bear anyone to be more sick than her.
No, she
you
can't.
soon find that out, guys.
Yeah, there's Secret Haven. You're not the only one who's put up that video of her admitting that she doesn't have EDS. She doesn't have an EDS diagnosis. She doesn't have an epilepsy diagnosis. Neve, you were the same, and it's ruined you. Yep. You're not the only one, darling. And that's not me trying to discount you. That's me trying to encourage you that you are not the only one. She has literally done it to every single one of us. She literally just picks people who are at their most vulnerable, pulls them in, and then tells you how much she cares about you and how much she's the only one who actually does care about you, and then gets you to share all of your personal information with her, and then takes off all of your conditions.
Steals it all and
Yeah.
dumps you like a rag.
Yep. Yes, she is, positively.
Claus. Partly, but partly not.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't doubt she has an eating disorder.
Careful saying the ED words.
Oh,
because
sorry.
that
We
will
don't
get
doubt
me
she has an ED and some form of mental health disorder. But the other stuff, well, it's just hard to believe.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys, if any of you are struggling with EDs.
And yet, see, this I want to... I saw that video today, Lewis. I want to just speak on this a second, because I've seen a couple of comments about this in both on Sally's live and on mine just now. Right, EDS.
5.5 millimorphine.
Yeah. EDS, in reference to that, I've got... right, hang on. Right, okay, can we not... I followed her because I have severe ME and she supposedly had it too. I have lots more, but EV thing... is that everything? Right, EDS, you can have multiple types at once. They have actually worked out that there are... Basically, EDS is like a spectrum disorder, much the same as Asperger's / autism, whichever term you prefer to use yourself. It's a spectrum disorder, and they had added like 15 subtypes to it, but they're now saying that it's a spectrum, in which case that, yes, she would sue. I'll go in and get into that in a minute. Basically, you can have, like I've got classic type and hypermobility type, but I have the periodontal type, and I've got scoliosis, I've got spondylitis, so it's very likely that I have the scoliotic type of it as well. And so now they're trying to look more into whether it's a spectrum disorder, and it is looking more and more likely that it is a spectrum, and that you're going to be on one side of the spectrum rather than the other. Right, now, with regard to her medication, now I can tell you exactly how she's able to get hold of those medications. I don't want anyone to mention any websites. Please do not mention any websites, just because we have got vulnerable people on here. You can easily find them online. You can very, very, very easily find them online. I literally
100%.
did a 5-minute Google search and found 2 websites where I literally just answered a couple of questions and found all these medications
Narcotics.
that you get. Narcotics. And it was literally a couple of questions that I had to answer, and I could get hold of really bad medications. Now, here we come to... And yes, when it comes to morphine.
Go into what Sue's question thing is. She asked why we're so interested in her.
And then she says you seem jealous of her.
Yeah, super jealous.
So I've just put, it's called, you know, it's called raising awareness to stop young, vulnerable people getting caught up in it.
Yeah, see, so
Quite
the issue is for people like Kirsten is she, unfortunately, I'm not bringing danger to her by doing this at all, and we can't deal with it privately. This is the thing, recovery with Vic. We have tried to deal with it privately. We have tried to go to the police. We have tried to go through every avenue that we legally should be doing, that everyone advises you to. literally have tried everything, and you can see all the videos. There are plenty of videos, and there are plenty of creators that have tried every avenue that we can legally take. We have gone to the police, we have gone to social services, we have gone to the NHS board, we have tried everything we can. Now, unfortunately, if she does indeed have fictitious disorder,
mods keep Sue in check.
if she does indeed have fictitious disorder, then that means that she believes everything that's wrong with her. Now, the major issue with what she's doing is she's showing an unreal example of what the conditions she supposedly suffers from are, because they don't work the way that she says they are and says that they do. I know from a personal experience, suffering from 3 that she apparently has. Also, she has put out incredibly dangerous information out there that could literally unalive any one of her followers, including but not limited to reusing needles. Now, if you think it's okay for her to put videos out there where she advises people to reuse needles, that's on you. It's not going to be on me. It's not going to be on my back that anyone passes away because of her.
Soda down your catheter to unblock it. That could cause urosepsis. I spoke to my district nurse today, and they said categorically not to do that. That can actually cause, urosepsis. So,
no, I know you didn't say it was okay recovery with Vic, but honestly, we have literally tried every avenue that we can legally. We've tried everything that we can. And Sue, I'm not obsessed. We're trying to raise awareness.
I can Sue's like one of her family members.
Oh yeah, probably. And she is ruining people's lives. That isn't being said lightly. She is ruining people's lives. Simple.
Do you want rid of that one?
No, I think Sarah's. Yes, Sarah poofed her.
Sarah's on it like a carb on it. Well done, Sarah.
Yeah. Can be live on TikTok and have a second. What do you mean, abs? What the hell does that mean? That sentence doesn't make any sense.
Can be live on TikTok and have a second account.
You can be live on TikTok and have a second account. Yeah, I know ac means account. I'm confused. See, Abby will ring me later and explain what she means. And I'll be like, right, okay. She does have a second device, actually. She does have a second device. We've got video footage of that proves that she does have a second.
She has an iPad, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, also.
She gifted a tablet off someone once off her Amazon wish list. Someone gifted her a tablet, and then the next day when she got the tablet, she blocked this said person.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I've got screenshots of that somewhere because they messaged me about it.
It really does not surprise me. She's that much of a lowlife in the way of...
I know. I don't know why anything surprises me. I really don't know why stuff surprises me with her, but that's literally just surprised me. Right, now. Okay, I just want to bring attention to... Right, did we all see the video of the blue medication magically going in her NJ tube and coming out of her NG tube?
On Sally's, yes.
Yes.
I've got quite a few videos of her with feed coming out of her NG as well when she's had it on her NJ.
Yeah.
I've got quite a few.
Okay, this is her blue medication. Now, because I'm me and I'm a freaking nerd, I know where the colour comes from. Oh, she is live, haha. Right, I know where the colour comes from. Now, the colour comes from a couple of natural sources, including beetles and flowers, obviously, but methylene blue. Now, methylene blue is used for a problem with the blood. Now, hi Ishmael. I know I got fangirly then. I know that's silly, but it's because I haven't seen Ishmael for ages. Thank you, darling. Now, because I was searching for this blue medication because I was thinking, what the heck is this blue medication? Because it is bright blue. It's not like a little bit blue. It is fluorescent blue. So what is it? So I searched for it. Now, it's used for a problem with the blood, and it's about the blood not being able to deliver oxygen where it's needed in the body. So I then, again, because I'm a nerd and I'm more than happy to read this crap at 3 o'clock in the morning, because, you know, she claimed it was diazepam. Yeah, I know, it's not diazepam. They don't put blue dye in diazepam. So
It's lorazepam. That's what I thought.
Because I'm a nerd, I carried on reading this.
Yeah.
So I then read on, and here we go. Before use. In deciding to use a medicine, the risks of taking the medicine must be weighed against the good. This decision you and your doctor will make. For this medicine, the following should be considered. Allergies. Tell your doctor if you have ever had an unusual or allergic reaction to this medicine or other medicines. Also tell your healthcare professional if you have any types of allergies, such as foods, dyes, preservatives, or animals. For non-prescribed prescription products, read the label or packaging ingredients carefully. Pediatric. So obviously that's in children. Appropriate studies performed to date have not demonstrated pediatric specific problems that would limit the usefulness of methylene blue injection in children. Safety and efficiency have been established. Efficacy, sorry, not efficiency. Geriatric, exactly the same. So there's nothing that stops that from being... hang on 2 seconds. The concern I have is that Kay will create a case against the people in this live.
Sophie.
You are correct, but so long as people on here are only saying the truth and sticking to facts, she can't actually get us done for anything, because it's not malicious communication. We are literally sharing our truth and explaining that we are talking about how we're feeling and how we experience things. Eileen, I say this is a safe space. What about her mental health because of all these targeted lives? Just curious. 1, it's not a targeted live, it's an awareness raising live. And 2, trust me, I can share videos where she has 100% targeted me and named me, and it's all been about my mental health. So to be quite honest with you, I don't care. As often as that sounds, I don't care.
I can agree with you on that point, because she don't care. Babies.
Exactly, Carl.
And she knows exactly what she is doing when
she will bully children.
She goes for what you know, that she knows it's going to affect you the most. She knows what she's doing.
Right, Sunny, if you have an issue with it, you are welcome to leave.
Exactly that. You know where the door is. Scroll on by. And
yes, Chronic Live, she did tell someone to go off a bridge. I won't say exactly what she said because it sickened me, and I thought it was absolutely revolting that she said what she did.
She's requested.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to bring her back up. Right, Black Rose, I will bring you up. Right, I just want to continue on with this this medication. Although certain medicines should not be used together at all, in other cases, 2 different medicines may be used together, even if an interaction might occur. In these cases, your doctor might want to change the dose, or other precautions may be necessary. When you are receiving this medicine, it is especially important that your healthcare professional know if you are taking any of the medications listed below. The following interactions have been selected on the basis of their potential significance and are not necessarily all inclusive. Using this medicine with any of the following medicines is not recommended. Your doctor may decide not to treat you with this medication or change some of the other medicines you take. So see if any of these sound familiar to you. Amitriptyline, amoxapine, amphetamine, obviously not, atomoxetine, benzathymine, bupropion,
carbamazepine.
There we go, thank you. Christy, you read them.
Where were you?
I'm on just under carbamazepine.
Carbidopa, carbon, oxamine, citalopram,
Ring a bell?
chlorapramine, codeine, cyclobenzapine, desipramine, desvenlafaxine.
If you bear with a second. Thank you, babe. You're a star. Diazepam isn't blue.
That is true.
What one did I get to, guys?
You got to...
I did denlafaxine.
Yeah.
Deuterbenzene, dexamethylphenidate, dextroamphetamine, dihydrocodeine, doxapine, doxylamine, duloxetine, entacapone, escitalopram, fluoxetine, fluoxetine, fluvoxamine, Geprion, hydroxytrophan, mamprobene, level.
Shall I just turn comments off 2 seconds while you read these?
If you could, yes, that'd be great. Thank you, darling. Right, we're just turning comments off just for a second while we're reading the...
I know, because it's distracting. That's better.
Thank you, Amy.
I just thought that. That's why.
Linozolid, lexamphetamine, metropylene, meperidine, methamphetamine, methylphenidate, melanzapine, metrazapine, nortriptyline.
Again, ring a bell.
Ozalanmod and paroxetine.
Okay, there's only a few more to go.
Don't tell me there's a load more. Oh my god.
Only days. Right, so I'll take back over again. So phenylazine, phentamine, protriptyline, pseudoephedrine, rizatriptan, safinamide, selegaline, serdexmethyl. I'm so glad I heard a kitty meow then.
Oh, sorry, I'm watching a neighbour's cat.
You got your neighbour's kitties with you?
Yeah, I do.
Pictures, Christy. Sertraline, does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Sumatriptan, again, ring a bell. Tapentadol, tramadol, again. Tranlycopamine, I'd love to know what half of these are. Trazodone, trypamine, tryptophan, venlafaxine, again ringing a bell, vilazodone, viloxazine, oh my god.
Zomatriptan.
They love doing these words just to make like anyone who tries to say normal words sound like they're special. And
they do, don't they?
Zomatriptan. So now I'm sure all of you are fully aware of the list of medications that...
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
I saw a video about said person saying that venlafaxine used to treat POTS. Is that nonsense?
That's complete and utter nonsense.
So.
It's a mental health drug, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's an antidepressant. I'm on it.
It's an antidepressant and an anti-anxiety medication. Amy, if you could turn comments back on for me, please.
Of course.
So, basically, that is to say that I literally scoured the internet for hours at stupid o'clock in the morning looking for information about any medications that are given in liquid form. Muffin Man, anyone who has anyone who's asked to come in the box, basically once everyone in the box has had a chance to explain their experiences with it, then they can drop down and then new people can come up. Right, so basically, that I searched for 2 hours, literally spent 2 hours searching for this blue medication, this magical.
Someone's saying it's promethazine.
And could not find it anywhere. And so searched more and searched more and searched more, and then found it. And in different countries, you can get. Oh, thank you. I love the fact that loads of people are answering with what the medications are. Hang on 2 seconds.
Might be worth if one of us dropping down if there's
Somebody said, Megan said, this seems pointless. There are productive things you can call out, but this isn't one.
Yeah, well, then they can go away.
Right. Quite clearly walk off.
I am aware that there are other blue medications. However, this is bright blue. Bright blue.
If you guys know alcohol and you used to know the Alco Pops, WKD blue, it's that colour.
Yeah, it was like vivid blue, like a blue that is banned for most children blue because it's not okay. Yeah, it did look like it was WKD blue. You are correct, it did. Now, I literally searched everywhere. I searched for it to see if I could find it. And just that one medication I could find that is given. I'm not sure it wasn't wicked, to be perfectly honest. Literally just that in for liquid medication, in a liquid medication prescribed to people. And then we all have now what kind of put everything a little bit more into focus for me was when I then read on for the she's been sectioned and they drug people with promethazone. That's blue. She's likely on that. Yeah, not the same.
It was probably methylene blue.
It's not the same. It isn't the same blue. Yeah, but what I liked is the comment that's right above that. She stated before she doesn't take promethazine, though, because it doesn't work for her. She has. We know exactly what medication that she takes because she's happily shared the medication that she takes.
She's wrote medications down in her care plan, supposed care plan that we're meant to follow.
Yes, she's literally shared the medication that she's on.
Mimi, that's 100% true. She don't know what she says half of the time, and she don't know she don't want to remember what she said.
Okay, right. I've just worked out what CAPMA means, and it's taken me far too long. Right, whoever is using an electronic,
yeah, that's me.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Can you mute yourself while you're using it, please?
Yes.
Because I can get strikes apparently.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I do apologise. I've just read that as well.
It's literally, it's just because it kept on saying mapes, and it's like, what the hell does mapes mean? Is she typing wrong?
She done a typo, and then she has done a typo, deliberate typo.
Right, so what solidified the fact that it's 100% methylene for me? The side effects. The side effects of using methylene blue. Now, you guys are going to love this because I was cracking up. Instantly screenshot it, instantly sent it to everyone who's involved in this because I thought it was brilliant.
Quinn's going to unmute in a few minutes. She's just had to nip off with someone having a seizure.
Okay.
She does apologise.
Okay. I hope she's going to be okay. Obviously, it's not okay.
I'm all right. Yeah. I'm all right. It's just my friend's on the phone. It was Jess who was going to join this live, but she's epileptic. Her friend's with her on the phone. Like, her friend's actually with her in person, but I'm on the call to her on my other phone right now, and she's having a seizure. So I've just muted myself. But I will be back in a minute.
Do what you need to do, mate. That's fine.
Thank you.
Just to remind anyone who might be new into the live, this live is being recorded. It's being recorded for 3 reasons. One, it's being recorded because of the fact that it protects us against her trying to say that we're, I don't know, doxing her or bullying her or whatever bullshit she wants to go out with. Two, oh, you've just read the side effects of you, Katie. Isn't it hilarious? Two, it is so that it can be shared on YouTube. And three, it's also so that it can be used to raise awareness. Now, obviously, the way that my lives work is slightly different to the way that Sally's lives work. Sally's lives are very factual based. My lives are experience based. And so, oh, thank you, Ishmael. Oh, you're so lovely. I don't have a YouTube. It's the Observer that will share it on. Well, I do have a YouTube, but my son uses it for Roblox videos and Minecraft videos and various other things that he likes to film and post.
Jeannie has just said Kirsten has doxed her daughter twice.
Wow. Who was it
Jeannie
that said
Francis.
that? If there's anyone, let's just say I'm not going to take it. Yes, Katie, exactly. I wouldn't either. If anyone needs to talk about anything after the live, feel free to message me. I won't. Yeah, don't mess with blue juice, people. That's just too funny.
Message me too. Might not be able to reply tonight, but I can reply in the morning.
Yeah, please do message one of us. We will help you as much as we possibly can because it's not. That's not okay. Oh, thank you.
Shall we put up the Ofcom and everything that people can report this to?
I haven't got that. I don't know.
The Observer, have you got that information? Please.
Yes, I'm hiding so I can use my naughty.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you fell off the bloody chair, sorry.
No, it's because I want to use my naughty and I don't want to get bloody told off.
I'm back now, guys.
Never.
Right, so there's contact information. Obviously, if you've been doxxed by her, please reach out to Crime Stoppers, to Ofcom. Please do go above the heads of I'm just a person on TikTok. You know, there's only so much I can do. I wish I had the powers to do things, but you know, we're all fighting the good fight as much as we can. But if she has doxed people's kids, please report her because it's not
The
okay.
more reports, the more action we likely have against her. And more action likely to be banned from TikTok forever.
Yeah.
And possibly, and hopefully, secured on a section.
Yeah, because that's what we want. Clear Tube has pink liquid in it, apparently, and she's trying to hide it. Yeah, she'll do that. Is she doing the classic hiding half of her face like this, where you can only see half of her face?
She's talking
about me right now. Oh, I'm love. Oh, Quinn, she's talking about me. Oh, how nice.
Of course she will, mate. Of course she will. I'm waiting for her to. I'm surprised she hasn't mentioned me yet, to be honest.
No, I don't think she'll go after you, Quinn, purely because of the fact that, like, I say this with all the love in the world. You proved to her that you weren't going to take shit lying down, so I don't think she's going to bother going after you. But she will happily. She will try and go after me
because she knows how vulnerable I am.
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. What she does with me is she goes after things that she knows upset me, and she goes after things that she knows will hurt me. Now, I would like to draw your attention to the video that my delightful assistant is helpfully going to show you. So this was from, I don't know if we can see the date that's on it. I think it's 2022, isn't it?
I thought she was paralysed back then.
Yeah, I know. Look.
Oh, magically moved her leg, didn't she?
Move the leg again. Without using a hand.
She's not a nurse.
I
So
know.
she should not be injecting stuff into her veins unless she's been trained by a medical professional.
Oh, apparently she is a nurse. Apparently she is a nurse, though, remember?
Dog shit. Dog shit. After what she tells me to do, I don't think so. That's why I called her out.
This is, yeah, I know. See, this is the thing. And this is why we're trying to raise awareness, because you cannot be doing stuff like this on live and letting people watch. You can't. You can't be putting videos out like that. And what annoys me is you report these videos and TikTok goes, oh, no, there's
no violation.
No violation.
I reported every single one of her videos and no violation.
Right, here's another one. This is back. This is 2022 again.
Hopefully they moved their legs.
And I will be sharing these because I can share these because they were on her TikTok, so I am allowed to share them, and so I will be able to share them with the volume on. Yep, she put a line in her foot. Yes.
Basically, the nurses do it.
Yeah, of course the nurses do it. The nurses that don't come out and help her. So which is it?
I'm not going to say what websites you can get it off, because this is not about telling people how to do this stuff and that, but they're very, very readily available. I use a website to get my syringes and that from, and yeah, they don't ask no questions. They take your money and give.
Yeah.
Very easy to get cannulas and everything.
Yeah, it's very easy to get cannulas. It's very, very easy to get cannulas. It's terrifying how easy it is to get hold of those things.
I'm not tempting anyone.
KiKi,
if you really want to know how easy it is, just put in a Google search. Buy cannulas online.
She's on Chronically, but she will be private because she doesn't want people.
She supposedly had said carers, but she keeps firing them.
Yeah, that's because they were caught on video asking her if they wanted.
They're doing stuff.
That's because it was caught on live. Them saying, "Do you want dinner?" Oh my God, Emma, that's horrible. I'm sorry to read that, babes. Sorry, I
did kind of laugh at that one.
Right, Christy. No.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's all.
Before you decide to tell me off, yes, I'm still full of snot. No, I haven't gone to the doctors yet. I'll get around to it at some point. I will go at some point, okay? Don't do your thing.
Well, I'll just unmute myself for a minute.
Yeah.
Because I thought you'd all want to hear my so-called fake assistance dog alerting to me. You might hear him bark in the background because he's fakely doing his job.
No, he's fake. He's fake, Quinn. Stop it. Stop lying that he's an assistant dog.
There you go, look, as you've just heard him.
Just on cue.
Yeah, what made me giggle though is because I heard your thing go bleep, and I heard
Quinn, are you okay? Do you need to run?
I'm all right. I've got suspected postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. He alerts to my heart rate and to seizures, but I don't feel seisurey, so I think it's just my heart rate.
Can you do us a favour, Quinn?
Yeah.
Lay in the middle of your bed for us, just in case.
I'm sat against the wall. I promise. I'm all right. He gets very angry when I don't do as I'm told. He wants me to sit on the floor and he wants to lay across my legs because he'll give me DPT. But all right, I'll get on my floor. If I don't do it, he continues to shout at me. Don't you? Come here.
You just be careful because if Heather comes up, or Mother Noodle comes on, or Sally pops on, or, well, basically any of the mums pop on, you're going to get in trouble. So you might as well just do as you're told by the dog before one of the parents tells you.
I am. I'm on the floor now. You can hear that he's stopped shouting at me now because I've done as little as I'm told.
On your back.
With a fake assistance dog. I'll never forget that. That dog's fake.
This thing.
Yeah,
More like
it's so
Sex
fake.
on the internet.
Well, that's the thing. This is what she. So I'm just going to educate people really quick now that. Yeah, I do. I really need an air ambulance. Actually, I think I need it.
You're landing from Garden Queen, didn't you know?
Sorry.
No, basically. So for anyone who doesn't know, you can. There's 3 different ways of having an assistance dog. You can get an assistance dog through a charity. You can owner train an assistance dog, or you can get help with owner training an assistance dog through a charity. And there is no registration for an assistance dog in the UK. There's no such thing. No such thing as a registered assistance dog or a certified assistance dog or a certificate. There's no such thing. So basically, with owner trained assistance dogs, you don't have the gear for an assistance dog provided to you. So you go to, say, there's an assistance dog gear maker called Wiffable online, and things like that, or you can go, anywhere. I'm not going to mention specific sites because, someone might end up copying. But there is places, it's very easily accessible. But I get his gear custom made from America, and supposedly that makes me fake, which it doesn't, because he's an owner trained assistance dog by myself, and it takes a lot of goddamn hard work to owner train an assistance dog. A lot of blood, sweat and tears I put into this dog, and I dedicate my life to this dog, and he dedicates his life to me. So if anyone wants to say that it's a fake assistance dog, like Kay herself can actually do one, in my opinion, to be honest, because
bye-bye and out the door.
It's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. I've had to retire 3 assistance dogs because of people who fake assistance dogs, because it's so easy to fake because there is no registration. So it's so easy to fake that I've had to retire 3 assistance dogs because they've been attacked by fake assistance dogs, and then they've become aggressive themselves, so they are no longer fit to work. Here's my 4th assistance dog.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, darling.
It's awful. So yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, no, she went on that tangent for a long time, didn't she, Emily, about me faking an assistance dog?
No, it was just when she said that you bought the vest online, so it must be fake. That will never, as awful as it is, I mean, obviously it's awful, but it will just never not be funny. Just that line, it must be fake because you bought it online. It's like, really, coming from you? Me full of shit.
Literally.
Absolute joke.
It's like literally everything you own is bought offline, but she's a fake because she's bought a vest offline. Hang on.
Oh, wait, Emily, you're miswording it, actually. It's not bought offline, it's given to her offline, pretty much.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's given to her.
100% given. More like.
This is the thing, like, all of us that have had experience with her as mods have all bought her things offline. All of us that she needed, desperately needed, and had run out of, so needed them.
Harassed.
And then you've got, like, bless all the, like, I think I lent her money for her water bill. It was either a water bill.
Mine was infusion sets and ibuprofen.
Can I just ask, is this fan bothering anyone?
No, I can't.
No.
I am going to keep muting myself on and off because for anyone who doesn't know, I do have Tourette syndrome, and whilst I'm off mute, I do have to suppress my tics because I do say naughty words and I don't want to get anyone banned. So I am going to mute myself.
Quinn, I swear all the time, but I'm not. Don't have Tourette's, I just swear all the time because I swear all the time.
I swear all the
Yes,
time
about
as
it.
well, don't worry. It's one of those things. The only word I don't say is the C word, and that's purely because my son smacks my hand if I say the C word, so I just don't.
Good for him.
So this was what
If
Daddy Dearest
this was to get closed down, I will go live and you can all jump over on
Oh,
me.
perfect. Thank you, Amy. Right, so this is what Daddy Dearest, she's got the blue liquid out again. Woohoo! This is what Daddy Dearest posted. Now, I don't know if you all saw Daddy Dearest's videos. Oh, they were entertaining for the 5 hours. I think it was about 5 hours they were up for, and they got so rinsed. And he was deleting comments. It was just so funny.
And then he'd remove them all.
Yeah, and then he removed
I
all of
missed
them.
all that. I need to know Daddy's Dearest's name.
His name's Johnny Be Good with Goode. Heather, stop calling him that. That's not actually his name. We call him Johnny Savile, and I don't care. I actually don't care. Oh, look at him.
Oh,
Johnny
he's
Savage.
so gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
He's so cute.
Oh, look.
You're adorable.
Are you alright, Quinn?
And I'm a cat person. Right, so here's my comment. She literally said herself she's not been diagnosed with epilepsy and she's never had an EEG. You need to check with your daughter, so stick to the same lies. Sarah. So why have I just seen a clip where Kay says she hasn't had an EEG and refuses them? Which is it, Johnny?
Oh my days. He's so mixed up in the wrong crap.
And then his response, you decide. Haters normally do. Like, it's literally like trying to have a discussion with a 10-year-old child. It is literally... yes, you can, Ella. You can send... Anyone who wants to send me a PM can send me a PM.
Same with me.
Emily, do you have screenshots of our conversation with her dad on that post?
I don't know.
He got highly offended at me because I asked him why he were letting strangers take care of his daughter over the internet instead of him looking after her.
Yeah, no,
What did he say?
I think Sarah got screenshots of that, actually. I think...
Yeah, he got highly offended. I said, well, you're saying your daughter's got all these illnesses and she's very, very vulnerable and we're all hating on her. I said, so why are you letting strangers with no medical background take care of your severely disabled child on the internet? I said, 'cause I know I wouldn't let anyone look after my child over the internet.
1000%.
He got highly offended and he kept deleting my comments.
Oh, he was deleting everyone's, Kirsty. It was so funny. Like,
It's not specific to you. He did it to everybody.
Sarah proper went in on him, and I was crying. I was creased reading her comments because it was just like, because she just wasn't letting it drop for 5 minutes, and it was just so funny.
Would you be able to show them screenshots now if I send them on WhatsApp?
Cat.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Cat says, I don't understand why you all do this. It's bullying. No, it's not. It's called raising awareness.
It's raising awareness for a very
awareness.
mixed up young lady who needs some mental health input and other people not to join her mod team and look after her when, 1, you don't get paid, 2, you don't have a medical degree,
You
3,
get
you
abuse
probably
for
don't
it.
even know how to call an ambulance.
And you get abuse for doing your
And you get
job.
abused for nothing. So, yeah.
Can I just basically I'm just gonna so before I came on this live I thought I'd have a quick nosy through my old messages with Kirsten to see if I could find anything. Funny enough, we used to talk about blood sugars a lot because I have reactive hypoglycemia, which is funny that because Emily, if you notice anything there, I have reactive hypoglycememia.
Yeah.
That's something that Kirsten started saying that she had.
Yeah.
And
She's like a sponge.
yeah, and there is actually there's only photos of me sending photos of my my Libra readings to her, basically saying that like if I didn't reply to her messages, I'll be like, sorry, I can't reply right now because my sugars are at this, and then I'd send a photo just so she didn't think like I was lying or something.
Yeah.
And like one time it was like, I think it was like my Libra said like 3.2 or something, and she said, oh, you'll be fine. Like, I was like, but you sit there at like 4 or 4.1 or 4.2, like you say you are, and you're passing out. And then you've messaged me going, you'll be all right. Like,
Yeah.
That's funny, that, isn't it?
That's dangerous information.
I've had a blood sugar at 1.2.
yeah.
Ishmael
And I
has
had an ambulance called on me.
Ishmael, my friend called me Ishmael, has asked, what is reactive hypoglycemia?
Okay, so reactive hypoglycemia is a condition where, so unlike like type 1 diabetes and things where your pancreas just doesn't work and doesn't produce insulin, my pancreas overproduces insulin when I eat sugar and carbs and things like that. So I basically like to say that I'm allergic to sugar. Like I can't have it, I'm allergic to it. So every time I eat, basically, or drink anything other than water, pretty much, or like no sugar, like, you know, sugar-free things, I will go into a hypo. I'm in hypos a lot. I don't go high, I go low. There's been a couple times where I've gone like high, but if I go high, it's just like a normal person's high, you know, after eating like sweets and stuff. It's just a normal kind of quick high, and then I'll just go straight into a hypo. And then to obviously bring yourself out of that hypo, you need to eat sugar or glucose, and then it gets you back up for 2 minutes, and then you go straight back into a hypo. Yeah. So if Kirsten did have reactive hypoglycemia, like she was saying, her alarms would be going off pretty much constantly with the glucose that she was taking.
Hello, motherfuckers. Oh, sorry.
Life of Callie has just put, I'm presuming RH is
reactive hypoglycemia.
Have you tried any medication for it?
No, I haven't been on any medication for it.
Who's got reactive hypoglycemia?
Quinn.
Not Kirsten. Quinn, ask your doctor to try Archibos.
Okay.
So my son's got a type of reactive. It's not reactive, but it's very similar. And honest to God, this medication literally saved his life. It's amazing what it does.
Getting Carly took off me and getting her put into care.
Nasty bitch.
I've got all this on messages.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Do you
it.
know what?
I've got
Can
it
you
all.
send that all to Crime Stoppers and Ofcom?
Well, it's already been to the police, and because I retaliated, they won't do out about it.
Yes, Christy, we do need to talk to you. We've got a bit of information that we can share with you. So if you've got my number, haven't you? Didn't I give you?
Yeah.
If you give me a message, that I can give you the new information that we've got, and then I can we can discuss that further, because
I can put it on screen record now, Georgie.
There's all of the information that you've got, all of the screen recording stuff that you've got, we can actually forward to the proper people now.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're actually going to deal with it.
Can I just... I want to touch up on her intestinal dysmotility or intestinal failure, whichever one she decides she's got on the day, whichever way she decides to call it, because Carly's got intestinal dysmotility. Now, the amount of times I have sat there and watched her shit herself on live is unreal. Like, Carly can't poo on her own. Carly needs help to do things like that.
Me too.
Again, so how she can literally sit there and shit it, and I've got videos of it, as horrible as that sounds. I've got the screen recordings of her doing it. But again, I don't know how she can do that. Carly physically can't do that, and she's only 4. It's like, as well, when she's flushing all these medications through, like the 60ml flush of water, how on earth can she tolerate that much into her jedge if she's in failure or the dysmotility that she's saying? Because there's no way I can get that much in Carly. Carly can't even tolerate 30ml an hour. Never mind 60ml in the sake of 10 minutes. No. Not even that. Okay. And then she's got all the meds that she goes with it.
She does meds 24/7.
That's what I mean. Like, how can she tolerate all that if her intestines?
Right, Chloe, whack some salt down your
fluid.
2 seconds. Chloe, will you put some salt under your tongue, please, and drink tepid water? Don't drink cold water because it'll shock your system.
Oh, what's going on?
She's having a
Any comments off?
she's having a pox attack. She'll be all right. She just needs to put salt under her tongue. Chloe, do a comment in caps if you need one of us to get help to you, and we will. Do 2 seconds.
Right. I will be turning comments off after this comment, she says. Just so we can keep an eye on the situation.
Okay. Right, bear with me. 2 seconds. I'm just trying to.
Right, I've got to go, darling.
All right, Heather, darling.
Can someone catch me up? I hope everyone's all right.
Yeah, it's
So there's offers a follow if you need to.
The live's being recorded anyway, so it'll be on YouTube, so you can catch up with it at some other point if you really want to.
Brilliant.
Call me
Cheers,
Ismail. It's
Let me
been a
see how
pleasure
much money I
meeting
got for
you
the
two.
therapy first.
Okay, Zoe, thank you,
Right,
darling.
see you later, everyone.
Therapy? What therapy?
See you later, Heather. Love you.
For talking about that thing, I won't call it a person because it's
Chloe's
not.
bookmark has just said she's going to check on Chloe, I do believe.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I get out of this? Hey, Michael. Sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry, don't lie.
Heather, if you click where you can choose to mute your microphone and that, up in the
Yeah.
top corner is disconnect. Click that.
Oh yeah. My bad. Thanks.
No worries, babe.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Love you, babes.
Love you, hun.
See, one of Heather's favourite ones to shout, you'll like this, Quinn, is she shouts very loudly, I've got the 4-letter disease that's usually experienced by intravenous drug users and people of the homosexual persuasion, beginning with A. And she shouts it really loudly. And I can't help myself every time she records herself, every single time, because she sends us voice notes, and around 9 o'clock at night, she always has... for some reason, 9 o'clock at night, she goes really hyperactive and then has these like bouts of just spewing loads of stuff with her Tourette's, and she always shouts that really loud halfway through a sentence, and it makes me giggle. And I know it shouldn't because I know it's immature, but it makes me giggle every single time she does it.
Oh no, honestly, you should have heard me the other day. So I went with my assistant's dog to Pride, right? And I was thinking, oh my god, I'm so excited because I'm part of the LGBT community. I was so excited. I love Pride events. I'm in my element at Pride events, right?
Yeah.
Go to Pride. My ticks.
Sorry, just to check blood sugar check.
The whole time I'm at Pride, I'm going around shouting, I hate the gays, I hate the gays, I effing hate the gays, F the gays, F the gays. The whole time I'm at Pride, my ticks are just shouting that. The whole time. I was so embarrassed. Whilst I've got a pride flag wrapped around me, bearing in mind, so I look so hypocritical walking around with my pride
I
flag.
would just be dying. I would be next to you crying with laughter because
I'm like crying with laughter inside, but I can't laugh outside.
you see, this is the thing that annoys. Well, no, okay, I don't care because I can say what I want. It annoys me because I don't have Tourette's, but I have intrusive thoughts that make me want to shout stuff. And I have to stop myself from doing it because it's not socially acceptable to shout things in public. It just isn't, unfortunately. It should be because it would just be more fun if it was. But it's not socially acceptable. And this is why I cannot wait till I'm a little old lady. Because when you're a kid or you're a little old lady, you can shout what the fuck you want and no one can say anything about you. No one can say anything about it. It's perfectly acceptable to scream very dead loud when you're a kid and when you're an old person. But when you're in the middle bit, when it's the most shit, you're not allowed to do that. And that's not fair. You should be able to shout things out loud because it's funny. And mine, awfully, and it's something that like I didn't stop myself doing for a little while because it was just very freeing. I would make a very loud peacock sound at the top of my lungs, and it would just randomly come into my head and I couldn't control it, and I would just blurt it out. And then I started following my friend Sophie around. Now, I think I'm okay to do this because I've got dyslexia and I am disabled. I am a cripple. And I call myself a cripple. My friends will all tell you I refer to myself as a cripple. And I literally dragged my foot behind me going, Sophie, I shit myself again. And then I grabbed this woman who was walking past and went, she beats us. And then
I've got stories.
And my friend is literally there going, stop it, will you stop it? And it's just like, but it's funny. And she hated it. And then what she realised was the more she argued against it, the worse I got. So in the end, she just let me do what I wanted. And then I got it out my system and I stopped doing it. Until,
you know what?
Until the day...
we need to leave this for after dark.
Until the day her child... And I love her child so much. Now, children are great. When children cannot say words properly is when they are the most fun. Now, her daughter, in the middle of Morrison's, screamed at the top of her lungs, Mummy, I want cock. Why won't you let me have cock? What she meant? Chocolate. My friend shouted very loudly to clarify she meant chocolate. So I'm literally on my knees trying my best not to wee myself because I had just had my child. So I'm trying my best not to wee myself, and I am crying my eyes out. Literal tears pouring down my eyes because of the fact that her daughter just shouted that in the supermarket.
Oh no. Honestly, right? So I've got a couple things to tell you. So, one, I'm on BBC One News shouting, I'm not a nonce. I'm literally on BBC One News. I had an interview about my Tourette's and I'm on there shouting, I'm not a nonce, right? So I'm literally on telly for the rest of my life. I am all over the internet for the rest of my life shouting, I'm not a nonce. Two, when I'm in the car with people, I will bang. They have to lock the windows because I'll bang on the windows and I'll shout, going, help me, I'm Madeline McCann, help me. And they literally, yeah, it's so bad. And when I'm in the shop with someone, I'll walk past, I'll walk with them, and every time I walk past someone who's working in the shop, I'll go, she's stealing.
Nice to meet you,
she's
everybody.
stealing.
Welcome.
Can unapologetically
Good evening, everybody.
Please don't write in caps. We will let Capture speak when it's time.
Yeah. It's one of those things that I think we need to make like I've said, this is a safe space. So you are all perfectly fine to be able to just say what you want. Right. I know that you have both been KiKi, I know you've all been waiting a while, so Capture Heart, if you want to speak, because I know you have been waiting a while, darling.
Hi guys. Firstly, I just wanted to say I'm sorry that you all experience what you do. I know that it's a tough life to get anywhere really with the system at the moment.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I have a large amount of the diagnosis that this girl is claiming to have, but I know that the one that isn't spoken about the most is going to be the intestinal failure. Yeah. It's something that I've suffered with for years now. I've been under a gastroenterology team for as long as I can remember. I'm now at the point where I do have intestinal failure diagnosed. And one thing that I've noticed is her lack of knowledge in the diagnosis itself. So a lot of the medications that I understand that it's different between person to person. but she's on a lot of laxatives for someone that has intestinal failure. I mean, when I had intestinal dysfunction, I was on a lot of laxatives and they tried with that. But when you get to the point of intestinal failure, you usually on some form of peristine or evacuation aid. I mean, I personally had to have multiple SITS mark tests where I scored 0, with none of the SITS marks making it through my intestine. And I've gone weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks without going to the toilet before I was diagnosed with intestinal failure. And that was done after a blockage. It completely throws your life into not being able to do anything, because at that point, even if you have gastroparesis as well as intestinal failure, any liquids that go into you, any food that goes into you, whether it's nutrition or not, will not come out the other side. It just doesn't happen with intestinal failure.
Can I ask?
And
Can I make you pause 1 second?
Of course.
Continue to talk. I know Amy has questions, if anyone else has questions, but I'm going to wee myself if I don't quickly go. So carry on talking.
Go and evacuate yourself.
No worries.
We'll try not to get you bananaed.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm running upstairs and not taking the phone with me.
Captain, may I ask, are you on a drug called naloxone?
No,
That one.
I was put on multiple things. They trialled me on
Precameride.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what I've been put on.
Yeah,
I'm on
For my
the. I'm on.
gastroparesis and erythromycin.
yeah.
I'm on
had
the Loxigal.
no luck at all with any of the drugs. At this point, the options that I have, are to basically put a tube up there, and it floods the intestine with liquid. So it's very
basically like an enema.
yeah. So it's called peristine. You put a tube up, and you have to do that manually, or it's a surgical option where they will remove the whole of my large intestine and connect a bag up, and it's got to the stage now where it is so unbelievably invasive. I mean, I have Ehlers-Danlos diagnosed as well, but it has got to the point where it is so invasive that it's horrible, because it feels like such a degrading thing to do 24/7. And it has affected relationships, my whole routine, and I just don't know how much more I want to deal with that. But surgery is obviously a huge risk with EDS, and I'm no good with anaesthetics, and it has overruled my life so much, and I feel like it is something that she doesn't talk about. If she was wanting to give awareness, it just seems to be very a lot of the issues have to be visual. That's what I'm going to say with this person. If it's not visual, like with the tube,
Queen got bananaed.
No, that's cool capture. I have noticed with her, and this
Queen's got bananas.
I know. Funny enough, me and Sally were actually discussing this earlier. Now, she went live, she's been going live every day, but this was on her live, not yesterday, day before, because I was on the live for quite a while then, because I was actually in the kitchen cooking dinner, as opposed to today where I didn't actually have to do most of the dinner. My other half, bless him, did it for me before he went to work, because he wanted dinner before he went to work. And he knows he prepare the veg, because I can't prepare veg because my hands go, no, I'm going to dislocate. So I can't do that anymore. EDS is so much fun. Now, I've luckily, touch wood, I don't have the stomach aspects of the EDS trifecta. I have the bowel aspect of it, which is so much fun.
Yeah. Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
Quinn's saying, can you add her to her assistance dog account?
Can I what?
Fill her up on her assistance dog account.
Can I fill her?
She's got a second account.
A secondary account.
Yeah, go out
bring her
and
into
then
the
come
box.
back in on that account.
Yeah,
Just
go
let us
out
know
and
it's
come
you.
back in, Quinn. Go back in and come back in, and then you come back and you should be fine then. Yeah, my bells are screwed. I've got diverticulitis, and
same.
I
haven't had a flare of that though. I don't know whether I'm misdiagnosed.
It was a lot of fun and games of trying to actually get that diagnosed, with me getting to the point where I basically had no iron at all, and my hemoglobin levels were so low that I was passing out constantly, which was not so fun.
Kipper request.
As Quinn requested, is she?
Yeah, it's Kipper. I'm the Kipper.
Right, okay. So, so with Kirsten, she will take on any condition that's basically sent to her. So any condition that she gets told about, she will take it on.
Shit.
No.
Sorry, back in a minute.
It's okay. We have been trying to, I have been trying, because I like doing, and I want to try and use the correct term for this, because I know that the term that I used yesterday isn't the right term anymore. Where you do the idea in the circle, and then you do the lines coming off it, and then you do the other ideas.
Spider diagram.
There we go, spider diagram. Because the term I used was the really old term that has two M's in it. And
mind map.
Yes, you're not allowed to use that term anymore. Apparently that's offensive, so I'm not allowed to use that term anymore. I had no idea. Apparently that's something to do with brain illnesses, and it's offensive. I don't understand. I don't know. I wasn't saying it to be offensive, but apparently it's an offensive term, and I had no idea. So, yeah, spider diagrams. Now, I actually sat on the live. I don't know how it's offensive. I really don't get it. I actually started doing a spider diagram as to what someone had been told and where it originally came from. And we found two sources for where the whole I'm paralyzed because of tumours on my spine came from. Now, we've got two people it was said to, which is me and Christy, that we know of so far. We obviously don't know if there's more people, but I have routed that back to two separate people. Oh, there we go. Pumpkin Diamond has said it's a psychiatric term. I had no idea about that. I'm sorry if I did upset anyone, because that's the word that I've always used, but I am nearly 40. Now, I am trying to locate where in her journey she learned about gastroparesis, because gastroparesis I had never heard of until I was on this app. Literally had never heard about it. So, did you ever go on Kirsten's lives? Did you ever used to go on Kirsten's lives?
Me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I did originally, but things were not making sense. But I got
when that was
blocked, so I got blocked very quickly for asking questions.
When was it that you were on her live?
It would have been months and months ago. So
sorry, just a quickie. Zoe and Black Rose are with Chloe.
Yeah.
Someone's asking if anybody's heard from Chloe.
Zoe is currently speaking to Chloe, as far as I'm aware.
And so is Black Rose.
And Black Rose is Black Rose is gone as well.
They're actually with Chloe.
Oh, right, they're actually with Chloe. That's good. I'm glad they're with Chloe. Good. I'm glad that she's being looked after. Yeah. Pots attacks are a douchebag one, because they literally just walk up and smack you in the face and take you down, and that's it.
White
she'll be
NW
fine.
Miniatures.
It's just,
is she okay?
sometimes it takes...
Any update, let us know.
Yeah, if anyone can update us, please let me know. Right, so day to day with Evie May. I love the fact that your name is Day to Day. Told me at the end of 2022 she got paralysed from a needle in her spine. Right, perfect. So there's another reason. Right, if everyone who has ever been on her lives could...
Prolonged seizures as well.
If you could please message me, if you don't want to message me anything else, if you could all just message me. Could you mute yourself, please, Bob? If you could please message me and tell me what you were told caused her paralysis, and when you were told. If you can tell me when as well, that would be really good. Right, Chloe's okay. She's had a convulsive syncope episode. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Jean Francis, my daughter was told car accident. That was said in 2023. Yeah. If you could all send me what you were told and when, I'd be really grateful, because I'm trying to get all of this like into a spider diagram so we can work out what it is, where it came from, and I am literally going to nerd the shit out of all of it, and I'm going to literally go through every single, because Christy, bless her heart, wrote down all of her editions, and I'm going to go through every single one of them, and I'm going to locate where that story came from, and I'm going to locate all the lies that have been told about it, and I'm going to do it all, and I'm going to put it all into a video, and then just like page after page after page it, because I can. Sorry, Capture, continue, because you were...
That's okay, that's okay. I know that when things come up, it's easy to... I don't know if anyone else has ADHD in here, but it's hard to get lost and get lose track of things.
I'm miles away.
I would say another thing, like, I've had to... I mean, I am currently under so many different specialists, but I have had to find out a lot of things that work for me and things that don't work for me, especially in regards to foods and things like that. Because kind of one of the nasty things with intestinal failure is that even when you digest your food, it's still digesting to a certain point. And when you have EDS, like, it doesn't digest correctly in your stomach a lot of the time anyway. So you're going to have to pass undigested food in your stool, because you're going to have to evacuate from your lower passage in a way that isn't normal, I suppose.
She manually, she gets her dad to manually evacuate her, apparently.
And she said that.
Hi, Emily. She told me I got paralysed from a seizure last year. I'm trying not to cough.
I just wonder what tests, if any, that she has had for this, because it's
for what? Which condition?
For intestinal failure, and how they've
It'd be
come
interesting
to
to find out what tests she's had.
I just don't see. I don't see someone being on Movicol as a backup for intestinal failure, because it just wouldn't happen. And that's from my perspective. Even if you get, say, like a stomach virus, for example, like if I get a stomach virus and it will give you diarrhea, for example, not even diarrhea will pass, like with me, like it won't just fall out. Do you know what I mean? Like
someone said brain damage last week. Sorry.
Yeah, my system just will not evacuate anything whatsoever. Even if
as you are someone who has you have gastro dysmotility.
Yeah.
Which is probably likely going to be diagnosed eventually, I'd imagine, with gastroparesis, as you have EDS with it.
Yes.
Sorry, can I just
I'm going to kick you in the C word just a little bit harder, because, that's what EDS likes to do.
YNW Miniatures has said check Reddit. There's been a lot of lies uploaded on there today.
Yeah. Capture.
Yeah.
And I've asked this of other people that I'm aware of that have gastroparesis because, but I want to get like something for people to hear in here. Do you, as someone with gastroparesis, drink tons of energy drinks?
Right, so I'm a naughty one with this because I have POTS as well, and I had. I'm on bisoprolol for it now, which has helped tenfold. I used to drink.
Into another episode.
I used to drink a lot of energy drinks, and I would be sick each time, and it started to affect my back teeth so badly that I had to have them removed because it was rotting away the back of my teeth.
I will admit, I have gastroparesis and I suck because I constantly drink energy drinks.
I think that
now I realise why.
When you're not getting energy from so much of your food, it's such an easy thing to turn to that I will admit that a lot of people do have energy drinks.
Christy, can you respond to Abby's journey, please? In the comment.
Yeah, I don't anymore, but I have been a naughty chronic
Right, okay. Do you find it causes you to have bad stomach pain if you do you drink them like she does, like down in them like she?
I mean, no, like I had to give it up because it became that painful. Like, I mean, even the gummies that she eats, like for that to digest it is painful, and then to pass that with intestinal failure, if that's what she has, again, agonizing.
Yeah.
Like, or it will cause a blockage. I mean, I have frequent colonoscopies because of the fact that I haven't proceeded with a surgery as of yet. And there are literal markings the whole way through my intestinal, like, lower region where food has been kept, like, stored there and it hasn't been digested enough. So I think that you have to learn and unlearn a lot of habits that you could have had previously for the body that you have now. But in the past, yeah, I did drink a lot of energy drinks, but it would make me throw up. And it would be incredibly painful. So I can't imagine if she had these diagnoses. I just can't skip over the fact that it would be so easy for someone with so many chronic illnesses to pull out a letter.
Yeah.
Because I could literally go on camera right now and give you a folder full of medical evidence, because when you're fighting for yourself and advocating for yourself so constantly, you have all of the evidence and you want to go to a specialist and lay it out for them, because none of them contact each other. None of them work together. And so you have to carry these folders around and be like, here you go.
Yep.
Like, it is so easy to do that, and she won't do it.
I'm exactly the same, and I've asked her. I've asked her directly to. I don't know if you checked out my my TikTok before you came up on the live tonight, but I asked her directly before my last live. I will show you a piece of evidence of my conditions for every piece of evidence you show of yours, and she ignored it completely. She wouldn't come on because she hasn't got that evidence to prove it. And like you said yourself, you will have, it's okay, Chloe, you don't have to say sorry, you will have evidence to back up every single thing that is wrong with you, because you have to prove it so often. Like I was talking to Christy and a couple of the other girls at the time. I was in hospital last year and I was left for 36 hours because this was before my POTS diagnosis was official. I was put as nil by mouth for 36 hours, and can we all guess what happened with having POTS? I passed out over and over and over and over again, and I felt really funny, and I stood up and I kind of stumbled my way to the doorway and looked at the nurses and went, And she said, "Are you okay?" And I just shook my head. And then the next thing I knew, I was on the floor. And then I was on a chair and there was things being hung. And then I kept on slipping in and out of consciousness. And every time I looked, there was a new bag hung there, and they kept on getting bigger. And I was just like, okay, I'm obviously not well. And every time I looked, there were different people in the room with me. And I was just like, because I was in the AAU waiting room. And because that was the only place, there was no actual bed for me. There was no bay for me. And to be fair, it was probably very lucky that I was in the waiting room and not in a bay, because I would probably not have been noticed that I'd passed out. Now, luckily, I've been diagnosed now, which means theoretically I shouldn't be left nil by mouth again. That doesn't mean I'm not going to take my proof with me that I have those conditions, that I have POTS, and that it's been diagnosed, officially diagnosed. Carmen has said, I'm not defending her, but I've been sick 20 years and no care plan or copies of my medical notes. Right, Carmen, there is probably a very big difference in that you probably, and this is me guessing, you are probably not claiming benefits like Kirsten does. You are probably also not constantly claiming that you are so poorly like she does. And you are probably not demanding anyone else prove that they're ill, which is also something that she does. Now,
Carmen, you're just a genuinely nice person, obviously, who don't exaggerate stuff.
And yeah, if you look on your NHS app, apart from if you live in Scotland or Wales where we can't use the app, all of your information would be on there.
I can remember going on the NHS app, and I mean, I was diagnosed before EDS. I had hypermobile spectrum disorder, but I suffered with hernias when I was from a baby, and I had surgery over and over and over again for hernias. And I had urinary tract disorders and I failed to thrive when I was born, and I had no clue how no one tied it together until I was 25. I'm now 29, but I suffered horrifically with so many comorbid, you know the word I'm on about. It is such an umbrella disorder, but the fact that no one had tied it all together was disgusting. Because
Day Today with Easy Mayors just put can request subject access, which is a legal duty to give your notes.
Yeah, that's the problem with that, is the fact that you literally have to and you have to do this regardless of where you live in the UK. You have to ask every single different hospital that you go to, that you have ever been to. You have to ask for that information. What makes me giggle is the fact that
you have to pay for it as well, don't you?
It depends. Some places you do, some places you don't, and it depends on the reasoning for it. If they think that you're going to sue them, then yes, they do generally make you pay for it. But if you're doing it for your own medical research, generally they don't. That's not me telling people how to get around getting it for free. Actually, fuck it. I don't care. The NHS could watch this if they like. If you want to get your information for free without having to actually pay for it, tell them that you're trying to do medical research because you're either planning for a child or your sibling is currently pregnant and needs to know your medical history. Therefore, bing, bang, bosh, you can have access to all of your medical records, and they won't charge you for it, which is fantastic, just so you're aware. Right, so I just
how the fuck do you know that?
Because my sister went to get all of her medical records, because my sister has basically my mum's DNA and my dad's DNA should never have been mixed together, apart from if it was done in a lab somewhere in Sweden and just studied by people, because my mum produced 2 children who were just broken. And my sister had the worst. My sister had the worst side, but she has got absolutely gorgeous skin. She tans, like literally just looks at the sun and looks like she has been on holiday in some far-flung African country.
I'm like that. I literally look at the sun and I burn.
Yeah. See, I burn and then peel and then burn again. My sister goes brown, and she has these big, beautiful brown doe eyes that make her look like a Disney princess. and she has massive knockers, whereas I have no chest, but I have less health problems. So I'd rather stick with the no chest and less health problems than my sister, who has a massive knockers and a laundry list of health conditions. So in order to actually...
I must admit, what was I going to say? I've totally lost train of thought now. I'm just thinking tits. Sorry.
But no, in order for her to get her, she wanted to have access to all of her stuff. She said that it was because I was pregnant, which technically I had been pregnant. I wasn't currently pregnant, but I had been pregnant. She wanted all of her medical information, and they just gave it to her. She didn't have to pay any of it at all.
Wow. That was good.
And hers was
Can
a
we just
lot.
pop Chloe up? Because I think she wants to talk to us.
Yes. Right. Summer and Holly, I know you've been waiting for a while, and you, Amanda, if you could just wait for a couple more minutes just so we can check that Chloe Cooper's okay, because she actually had a medical issue, and
Medical
I'd like you
episode.
to just tell us that she's okay.
I am okay.
Good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm
Right,
glad that the girls were there to help you out.
I just swallowed a packet of salt,
Good.
forgetting that I had mouth ulcers, and holy
Oh!
Ouch.
So now I can say the ulcers were clean. Ow. Pots and convulsive syncope and EDS don't mix.
No, they don't. This is the thing. This is why I keep on saying I'm too white for this heat, because I am just too white for it. My POTS goes, no.
I literally had to invest in aircon last year because I just could not. It was...
My GP has already upped one of my POTS meds to the maximum dose.
Today. I'll respond after live.
On a plus note, my bloods are stable at 13.1.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
At last.
I just wanted to come on and say I am okay.
I'm glad you're okay. Please
Other than headbutting the wall.
That's not good. Keep on sipping tepid water, babes. Do not drink freezing water.
I am gonna go see if I can get some electrolytes.
Take care of yourself and let me know how you're doing tomorrow, please.
Yeah, drop us a PM, please, and just...
Yeah, I will.
You know.
I have an emergency doctor's appointment anyway tomorrow, so I will.
Okay, good. Thank you, Chloe. Make sure you message me to let me know that you're all right.
I need to update you anyway, because things have got worse with my health, so I'll update you.
Yeah, definitely, please do. If you haven't got my number, then I'll PM it to you.
No, I do have your number. I've messaged you, but yeah, when I'll reply to your message. Just now.
Okay, then, perfect.
I see someone that keeps asking about mouldy food in his stomach.
Basically, she said that the food was going to go mouldy in her stomach if she didn't throw it up. So please explain. Is
right,
that
okay. So,
Guys,
firstly...
say this could be triggering to ED sufferers. If you are ED, please either make yourself known or just pop out the room for 10 minutes and we'll invite you back in.
Right,
We don't want to trigger anyone.
Yeah. Right, okay. I've had fresh fruit and vegetables as someone with gastroparesis. Number one, it's an awful idea. Same with intestinal failure. But considering fruit and veg going through my system and then for a system with also intestinal failure come out the other end, no. If something was in her system that is going mouldy, number one, she would be violently ill.
Yeah.
And it would come out of one side or the other. And if it didn't, and it was a blockage, she would have to go to hospital and they would have to remove it manually. If she...
I like the fact that you're stumbling over your words, because that's what I thought when I saw it. I was like,
in disbelief.
Sorry, what? What's now?
I'm in disbelief at the majority of the things that I hear about this. If she thought that So has she said that this has happened to her, or has she said that she can't eat because this will happen?
No, she had some toast and said that she needed to deal with it. I'll use that phrase. She needed to deal with it because otherwise it was going to go mouldy in her stomach. Literally said word for word.
Weren't we? We were on the live together, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
The body is going to do what it's going to do. If it's one of those three options, it won't just lay there. If it does, and if it did, it would make her very unwell, and she would be in hospital. That's all I can really say on that.
Should be in intensive care, surely.
Yeah, like ultimately, every single person that suffers with gastroparesis is going to have it on a degree. So you tend to go to London. That's where I went, and they monitor how severe it is. I luckily at the moment, I have to top up the things that I can eat. So I personally have Ultraplen and Ensure, and then I eat mainly mashed potato. That's kind of my go-to.
Oh my god. Ow.
And if I do eat something, either it will make me, if it doesn't agree, it will make me sick, or it will come out the other end and it will be whole. Yeah. So that's...
Yeah, I'm suffering the same sort of thing at the moment, Capstar. I'm currently undergoing tests for the...
Hello?
What do you call it? Bloody hell. Gastroparesis. They are saying I've got it, but they want to just doubly confirm that I've got it with what do you call it? On the top of my tongue, and I won't come out.
A lot of people with gastroparesis often, the first thing that happened for me was it was intestinal failure, and then it was gastroparesis. I'm here to sorry, I'm reading the comments. I'm fumbling over my words a bit as well now.
Rebecca Harris, I just want to jump on that because obviously it's not just gastroparesis. She drinks an insane amount of energy drinks and then says her heart rate's too high and complains. And yes, I tried to, when I was modding for her, I tried to bring that up with her. And her response to that was, well, it drains straight back out, so why does it matter? Now, two problems I had with that.
Gastric emptying study, thank you guys.
Now, one,
that's just...
If what she's taken into her stomach does drain back out, straight back out again, which obviously we have seen stuff coming out of a drainage tube, so we know that is draining something. Right, so if she's draining it straight back out again, why would you spend the money that she gets followers, but the money she spends on the energy drinks she buys, and she says it's because of flavour, but there are plenty of things that taste the same as that are cheaper.
Chewing gum.
Yeah. And they're cheaper as well, that are much cheaper, way cheaper than Energy Pop. Energy Pop is freaking expensive. And then you've also got the fact that, the speed with which she drinks it.
I think
she pounds it like a pint, doesn't she?
So when I would say, right, okay, I'm going to go into simple terms because it's easier. So before you get to a diagnosis of gastroparesis, it's number one, not easy. You'll probably get multiple diagnoses before you even get to that. So you'll go to a GP with really, really severe pains. That's what I would say. And then they'll be like, oh, well, you probably have IBS. And then you'll have to manage that for a while. And then you'll be referred to gastroenterology. And then you'll have to fight with them as well. This isn't an easy route. It's no easy road to get any of these diagnoses. And that is what I'm struggling to contend with. And it is it's a life-altering thing. And so usually and I will say usually, because there are like ultimately
Obviously, I was meant to have the gastric emptying study.
Will you stop it?
Last month. And unfortunately, I was really unwell because they stopped my morphine. Literally stopped my morphine without reducing it.
Well,
that's MST.
They're not supposed to do that.
So I went into withdrawals from that.
Yeah.
And I literally could not keep anything in from either end. I was so ill.
No, you won't.
I ended up in hospital on drips, and everything, and I just could not. Yeah.
I think in the end, like, you decide how much pain you want to be in. That's
Exactly.
as simple as I'm gonna say it. Like, if she wants to drink energy drinks each day, number one, yeah, it is a huge waste of money.
I did not know that they caused so much issues. If I knew before I ended up this bad, I would never have drank them.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Adding so much acid, so much stomach acid, and pain.
It's dangerous with the pots as well to be drinking that much.
You may as well just pop a load of
that
caffeine
many.
pills if you're drinking that many energy drinks.
Yeah, like caffeine is because I finally got my POTS test last Thursday, and I walked in when I had it all done.
Is that the tilt table?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Obviously did the woozy thing, and then the doctor was just like, obviously you have POTS. It's pretty evident. Will you two stop fighting? It's pretty evident you have POTS. We can tell from your blood rate, from your blood pressure and your heart rate and all that jazz. And then explains the reason I kept on going funny was because of the fact that there's your blood pressure is supposed to rise alongside your heart rate, and mine isn't. My heart rate is flying up and my blood pressure is tanking. And because that's happening, there's an incongruence between the two. And that's what's making me pass out and drop and feel like utter shit. And he said after the test had finished, he was like, right, would you like a glass of water? And I was like, no, I've got my pop there. And he went, oh, well, you're going to have to stop drinking that. And I was like, please don't tell me I have to stop drinking fizzy pop. No. And then I looked it up as soon as I got home because I was like, no, I can't give up fizzy pop. I can't never drink fizzy pop ever again because I'll cry. And then I worked out it's the caffeine. And I had a Dr. Pepper with me. There's caffeine that you're not allowed to have. And I was like, well, that makes sense because caffeine.
Can you drink a caffeine-free pop?
Yes, you can. But caffeine
so you're not
obviously brings your heart rate up. And if caffeine is going to bring your heart rate up, why would she?
Someone fell asleep.
She claims she has POTS. Why would she have tons and tons of energy drinks? Because it does make your heart rate go faster. I was just thought it was because I wasn't that well because my heart rate is always.
Sorry.
I think Amanda's fell
Sorry,
asleep.
could I quickly? Would you be? Hang on one sec. Would you be able to remove? Quinn's just asked me if you could remove her as she can't move, but she's had a seizure, but she obviously can't unmute herself.
Just disconnecting now.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Someone's done it for her.
I've done it.
Oh, thank you, Jess.
Quinn, when you feel up to it, babe, can you just put a message in the chat? Let us know you're okay, please.
I've got them on my iPad, and I'm keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, I was just that was exactly what I was going to ask Jess, because Jess and Quinn kind of go hand in hand. So where there's one, you're going to see the other one.
Jess, you're a legend.
Summer, I'm aware. Summer and Holly, I'm aware you've been waiting for quite a while. So
I think Amanda's fell asleep on Mike.
Amanda's fallen asleep on Mike. Oh, I'm really sorry, Amanda.
Just disconnect. She can request again.
Yeah, she can request again. Amanda, we're going to disconnect you, and you can request again if you've not fallen asleep. If someone could
we'll do it that
block,
way.
I don't think any of my mods are actually still on here because Christy's vanished.
I am.
Could you block unknown if you can see? Oh no, I can see it. Should be able to block it now. Block account, go away. Weirdly enough, if you called unknown and you haven't got a picture, you're going to be blocked. Oddly
They're
enough.
blocked and they're muted as well.
Thank you. Right. So Holly,
I'm just going to go in your muted settings and just double check it's for the entire live and not 2 seconds.
Yeah. Holly, would you like to speak if you're still awake and with us?
Live.
I am still awake and with it. I want to change the subject a minute, and I should probably put out a little disclaimer there saying that it's probably a sensitive subject, but it's my experience, and I wanted to I haven't really heard this discussion before, and so I wanted to approach it, but very carefully. Part of the reason that I was mod with Kirsten was because I felt she was lonely. And I was lonely too. My best friend, who I'd cared for many, many, many years, had just passed away. So my caretaker cushion was empty. You know, like I had no one to care for at that time. And it just...
Holly, you were on her lives when I was modding for her, weren't you?
Yep, you blocked me.
I do believe so as well.
Just saying, and you, that was what we had to do, right? I'm just saying.
I knew I recognised you, and I was just like, I swear this is going to be bad for me. I'm going to ask this question, and it's going to be bad for me.
Oh, it has nothing to do with any of that, though. Honestly,
no, that's fine.
I do apologise, Holly. No hard feelings or anything between us yet.
Oh, no hard feelings about any of that, I hope, because honestly, I blocked more people than I care to remember.
Yeah.
For stupid reasons.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were told we had to, and so we did. But yes, continue, Holly, because this is Charlie. Yes, you can message me what you need to, darling. Yeah, you can message me whenever you need to.
So when I found her on the live, I decided that I really wanted to invest since I could from my home and whatnot. But what I found over time, as I mentioned this in another live, is that I ended up feeling like a bully. I ended up feeling like what she was saying to other people really wasn't okay. And I found myself rationalizing it, saying, well, she's young, she doesn't know how to behave, or, oh, she needs manners. Maybe she's socially retarded, or excuse that word, socially, I am socially challenged. And so I call myself that sometimes, and it's not nice. But anyway, I thought maybe she just didn't have a great deal of manners because she was so socially isolated.
Yeah.
And then I started catching her in lies, and I felt like she was making me feel bad for not keeping up with the information that kept changing every day.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, the hardest part was aligning myself with her with my mental health and sharing my mental health with her.
Yeah.
I know we all have physical issues as well, but I really felt betrayed emotionally in a way that I didn't expect.
Yeah, I had exactly the same experience. She broke my heart. I
honestly, yeah.
She broke my heart.
Yeah. And I tell you, I started waking up because I have 2 sons, adult sons. And because I've been a mother before, I started seeing some antics as manipulative kind of situations that she's creating. And I caught on to the whole making as though she needed money for something and then getting the money from someone and then absolutely dropping the live like a hot potato within 30 seconds and going to spend the money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just found her manners were really, really poor. And then I started feeling like I was her
Mother?
Not a mother, but maybe, but I was, anyway, I started feeling emotionally attached to her, maybe overly so. She, a couple of times, I was trying to have conversations with her while I was trying to calm her down a little bit about different things.
Yeah.
And this is the touchy part, because she was threatening to do things that I did not know what to do with. I am in Canada.
Yep.
And it felt like she was talking about other people with it as well. It wasn't just her, it's somebody else that made her want to do this.
Yeah.
It's, again, not taking accountability and dividing people as well, it felt like.
Yeah.
When I was actually trying to support someone.
Doing that with at all. You weren't the only one. Unfortunately, you weren't the only one that she was doing that to.
You know, this mod was only trying to be supportive. She's actually, I think, got your back. I don't know if you were, hearing what she was saying when she said this. She was really meant to be loving in what she was saying. I think, and then she says, why are you telling me this? What I want to know is how many other people did she manipulate? Because this conversation is actually about someone that is very vulnerable. So somebody very vulnerable has hurt her and she's attacking them now. Okay. And then threatening herself at the same time, leaving this vulnerable person in a place of feeling, like she did something wrong when she didn't.
Yeah.
It's all that kind of social stuff that actually upsets me more than anything, because we can explain facts, but I want to know how many people did she manipulate with those threats. I'm curious about that.
We have been trying to get figures. Now, we know financially she got through perception and through pure lies, she managed to get at least, that we have calculated so far, the figure is around $6,000 that we know of. And that's that we can actually have a proper figure of, added it all together, it's about $6,000. Then you've got the people who she convinced to buy her things. You're looking at least another $10,000 just in the stuff that people bought for her. And then when you look into the mental side of things, as like I said at the very start of the live, because I started at 9 o'clock, the live came at 9 o'clock UK time, and it is now 5 to midnight UK time. So I'm not sure what time that is your side, Holly. But when we're coming into her victims as far as emotional and mental
manipulation.
Mental abuse, mental manipulation. We're looking, the figures I have calculated so far is that it's over 500. And that in and of itself is just sickening. And at first we were looking at what we thought the figure was probably around 30. And because we'd got like messages from a couple of people here and there that were like, I've experienced this with her, I've experienced that with her, she did this to me, she did that to me. And we thought about 30 people were affected. And then it's literally just imploded. And we cannot believe how many people have come forward and have shared their stories with us. And unfortunately, as has come out on, because there's a woman I follow called Sally, and if you actually go on her account and you follow her, she's going live every day at the moment with factual information and evidence-based fact that she can share about the whole case. And she had 206 on the first day that she went live. She had 250 on her live today. And the highest number we've got on so far on my live tonight that I noticed was 266. And we have both been receiving messages on TikTok, email, WhatsApp, Facebook, all off separate people, all explaining their experience. And unfortunately, that includes people who were 15 years of age. So literal children.
Well, I'm 50 and I didn't figure it out for a year.
Yeah,
and so I feel
I'm
very
nearly 40
foolish.
and I didn't work it out for a year either.
Just quickly, I want, like, I think one thing about her mental manipulation and the threats of doing things to herself, to probably the majority. I know that a lot of you in here have chronic health conditions and have severe conditions. I think that when you get those diagnoses, your life very much flips and changes, and you're having to get used to and leave behind maybe the life that you had planned for yourself before things had got bad. Because I'm sure all of us probably had one point where maybe at least it was manageable. But when your life flips, you do go for a mental break or a mental change where things do feel like impossible, I suppose.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm quite tired as I had quite a bad seizure, so I'm just gonna hop off for a bit. If you go live again, I can join. With obviously the things that have happened with me and Kirsten, like obviously the situations that I've been involved with Kirsten, but because I had a seizure, I'm not exactly 100% to stay on and talk.
Yeah.
All right, babes.
But
if you want, put it in a message to me, and I'll quite happily read it out.
Oh, that would be perfect. Thank you. But I'm just gonna hop off.
Send me a DM whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. Quinn is okay. They're awake. Just thought I'd let you guys know.
Okay, thanks for letting us know. Take care of yourself and pass on our love to Quinn. And I will be live again. Bear with. Let me just check my other arse rotor. I will be live again probably on Monday the 5th. Will be
that's perfect. I can join. I can come back and join then, and hopefully I'm having a bit of a better day.
Well, hopefully this bloody heat wave will have finished and everyone will be doing a bit better, because this heat wave is basically anyone with a health problem. It seems to just be like having their ass kicked by this heat at the moment. So
most definitely. Yeah, fingers crossed the heat gets a bit dulls down a tiny bit.
We're all too pale to deal with this weather.
Yeah, literally. All right, take care, all of you. Thanks for letting me.
Take care, Jess.
Take care, Jess, darling.
All the best, darling.
Can I quickly jump in as well? I think anybody who was over on Sally's live knows that I was over there yesterday. Talking about things that I've had personal experiences with her, just things that I've seen, and I think part of her problem is the fact that I don't think that growing up she was ever held accountable for any of her actions. So now she thinks that she can get away with absolutely everything. And so I think that what's happened is her parents have just let her get away with absolutely everything, because obviously I'm assuming most people know that she lost her sister. So I think that her parents were probably so focused on her sister that they were just like, oh, well, she's the easy child. We just don't need to, discipline her, do anything with her.
Leave her in the back of the cupboard somewhere and forget about her.
And so, she's like, well, everybody's going to treat me that way. So she thinks that she can get away with everything. But I don't think she realises that, in society, we hold people accountable for things, We don't just let people get away with bad behaviour. She may have got away with all that as a child, but she's a grown woman now. And it's just, you just don't get away with that.
No, I just want to, two things. I want to comment. Jesus Christ, sorry, my brain isn't functioning. Probably because I took my meds so late. I want to comment on a comment that's been put up, and then I do want to bring Holly and Summer in, because I'm aware that we kind of jumped in on what Holly was saying, and Summer hasn't had the chance to speak yet. But I do want to jump in on male beings be free, however the mods are inexcusable. Right, I would like to say I was a mod. I was a mod for for around a year, was it? I was a mod for
a year, Emily. Yeah. And I was about 10 months.
Yeah. So I was about a year as a mod for her, and I have, hand on heart, and Amy can attest to this because she's been on, I think, pretty much every single one of my lives that I've done about this. I have apologised to everyone that I can about how I was when I was a mod. Unfortunately, when
100%,
when you are so suckered into someone's life and you believe them wholeheartedly, because the only excuse I can give at the time was that I was mentally not well, and she manipulates you to the extent where you would do anything for her. I mean, literally, okay, Chloe, darling, take care.
You
Please,
literally lick her ass.
Yeah, you would do anything for her because
exactly
she seems so vulnerable and so broken, and like she has no one, and she'll make you very, very, very
guilty.
Yeah, guilty if you don't look after her, if you don't help her. Yes, Hayley, that's fine, darling. If you don't help her out. And yes, it is, Rach. That's exactly what it is. It is like being in an abusive relationship because
it is 100%.
She'll convince you that what she's saying is the truth. She will convince you that other people are lying. She'll convince you that other people are attacking her, that other people are going after her. Now, I did want to show some evidence that proved this, but unfortunately, I didn't get the person's approval to be able to show that evidence. I will show that evidence as soon as that other person has given me clearance, because it's not my story to tell, it's their story to tell. And so I'm not going to share it because I want to get them to agree to share it before I do. Now, we were sent after 3. Sorry?
Louise has just put, she's gaslighting you.
Yeah, that's exactly what she did. And she sent us after 3 separate people that I can name. Now, I'm allowed to name Quinn because she said that I was allowed to name her and that she had no problem with me naming her. And there were 2 other people, one of whom you should all know, but she's very big in the health community, and she sent us all after her, and she sent us all after another person, both of whom all 3 are physically ill. She sent us after all 3 by saying that they're lying. Everything is fake. There is nothing wrong with them. They're not on any of those medications. And that's what she'll do. And then if you don't follow what she asks you to do, and you don't do what she asks you, and you don't basically fall in line, then it's like Holly said, she will threaten to hurt herself, she will threaten to unalive herself, and she will literally say to you, it is all your fault.
Yep.
Literally will say to you, and she will direct.
I swear on Emily's life, that is the truth and nothing but the truth.
And like me and Amy, I mean, we need to get clearance off the person that she said it about, but me and Amy can literally prove to you that she has said that about a specific person. And she said in the mod chat where everyone could see it, she said to that person, you are the reason that I almost did this last night. It's because of you. And I'm sat there thinking,
are we allowed to name the sex?
It was a girl. We can name the gender of them. Yeah, it was a girl, a young girl, not underage, but a young girl who is very vulnerable and
naive and vulnerable.
Yeah, and should never have had that said. And it was sickening. It was absolutely sickening.
Yeah,
this is the thing. What Holly said is completely correct. Wow. So I'm going to let Holly continue, and then once Holly's said what she needs to say, then Summer can jump in. I'm aware there's other people requesting, but I'm not going to be on for much longer.
Yes, this has been about awareness, but I kind of feel like it's been an opportunity for me to actually say sorry too for what happened. And I needed that, So thank you, Emily, for helping facilitate this conversation. I needed to hear that I'm not crazy making, that I do feel like she is lying.
Yes.
I do feel like she was very unkind to me. I do feel like she was manipulative and mean. And I am just so sorry I got behind that. I really don't know why I did that, except that
I think we all are, to be fair.
I had this person in my life that I supported in that way for 15 years, and suddenly he was gone. And there was Kay, who needed me even more than he did. And, but I got to tell you that I'm worried about people like me supporting her and ended up hurting the way I do now because they tried to do a good thing.
This is why we're trying to get her off.
If you don't mind, if you drop us a follow and just message us how it affected you, I would have messaged it on to Emily when she's got time and a bit of space, and we can discuss this further if you wish.
And the thing is, Holly, you did exactly the same as I did. You're a mum. And the thing is, when you're a mum, you can't help yourself but care for someone, especially because I know exactly what you were told, because you were around at the same time as I was. We were all told, mum doesn't care.
Yeah.
And dad only comes around when he can be bothered. So we were shown this poor girl who was broken, who was seriously ill, who was left on her own all the time, and she had all these health conditions. Why didn't one of her parents live with her? Why didn't no one care for her?
I couldn't believe it when they went on vacation.
Yeah.
And I felt really responsible because I didn't feel like her other mods were trained. I didn't feel trained either, you know, but that just, and we didn't talk very well because I'm, you know, Canadian, but I just stressed the heck out. You know, this thought that she was going to be alone. And then she kept saying she didn't have rescue meds and she didn't have this and she didn't have fluids. And I was like, oh my gosh. And they've left her alone?
Yep.
What the heck?
All I can say is we've all got brought into it. We all feel probably the same. And
And this is why we're doing this. We're raising awareness of her because we have been told, because Holly, you're probably not you won't be in the loop because you live in Canada, so you're on a different time frame to us. So you'll have missed most of Sally's lives, I'd imagine.
Sorry, I'm just a little confused at what Jess is trying to get to with me. Because she asked if I was a mod for such and such person. I said, I don't believe so. She went, okay, I'll just wonder if she was to check if she's okay. I'll ask him.
Who's okay?
I don't know who she's on about, darling.
Bear with me a second.
So sorry. I don't know whether it's young Jess that's just left.
If
she's had a seizure.
So Jess has put out and forward it to me, or you could Chloe R, who modded with you. Yes, I am in contact with Chloe R. If you message me, Jess, privately, I can respond to what you're probably asking about. If you want to forward the message on to me with the name blacked out, you can forward the message on to me, Holly, or you can reword it in your own words and just send it in a message. I'm very concerned about
the same individual.
Probably exactly the same individual. Yeah, probably. I am concerned about her because she is very, very vulnerable, and we are trying our hardest at the moment.
There's a lot of pressure on health in that situation, you know, and it's really harmful. It has felt like, you know, in the past, really damaging to her quality.
Sorry,
what was that?
I was trying to speak and I forgot I muted myself.
Okay.
Sorry, I do apologise. And I forgot what I was saying now.
Okay, so I can step down, but I do want to, you know, be involved in conversations around that aspect because there's a lot of illnesses that could be munched away in different, like they could learn from her too.
Yeah.
So other people are picking up how to do these things, but I'm really worried about young people feeling responsible for their mental health.
That's exactly what we're worried about. That's why we're trying to get every bit of evidence sent to Ofcom or Crime Stoppers UK.
Yeah. We're also
email them.
We're working.
If you had a Discord group people could share their own information and stories there too.
Yeah, there is a Discord group. If you go on, if you send me a PM,
we'll invite you.
Then what I will do is I will forward you the link for the Discord, because there is a Discord. So you can so everything can be compiled on there. We are actually working across multiple agencies now, including but not limited to social care, mental. I'm not going to remember the names of the 3 units that we're working with.
Ofcom, Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, we're working with Ofcom, Crime Stoppers, and with mental and health. Well-being. Oh my God, what's the proper word for it? It's a government thing, and it's about the mental health and
counsellors.
Might be good to go to the tabloid or to the newspaper, whatever you guys got there.
Yes, that's something that we are actually working on.
Just as PM'd me, I'm going to jump out, read this message, and I'll jump back in.
We're actually trying to.
If someone can PM me the Discord thing, that'd be great.
Yeah, if you send me a message, then what I will do, because I think I'm pretty sure I still follow you.
Yeah.
Let me just check. Yeah, I do still follow you. Yeah, if you send me a PM, then I can give you the link for the Discord, and I can also.
I bet you the papers would like an update on her.
Oh, God.
I mean, literally. They did such an article on her before. How many views has it gotten? That'd be curious.
Yeah. She's got there's a Tattle Life page about her that went from 1 page to like 16 pages within like a couple of weeks, and that surprised me. And that's kind of when I realized, oh, this is far bigger than we think it is. And then, like I said, the past couple of days, it is literally just exploded with message after message being sent in to us. And we've been told, blast the name out, share it as much as possible, share everything that we've experienced, everything we've gone through, and try and get as many people as we possibly can to share their stories, and, you know, if they're willing, and then, you know, if they're not capable of sharing their own stories, then we are there to share them for them.
You know, I guess, you know, as well as Munchies kind of learning from other Munchies, worried about autism people just hurting through this, you know, thinking that, I don't know how to put it. I'm autistic as well, or I'm on the spectrum, let's just say.
Yeah.
And it's hard to know how to support someone online. And I was really getting a kick out of thinking I was helping someone online, making myself available night and day if they needed me. Like, I think that would actually be an amazing service on TikTok, to actually be a mod for different people that would like mods for their health groups. You know, I think it's actually a really interesting service. I think it should be looked at, but not like this.
No.
Zoe, are you okay, darling?
Oh yeah, I was just going to ask
people that take advantage, and that's the shameful part of it. And people like her.
But it could be such an amazing thing to mod for other medical groups, you know, to help people be heard and to find out more about their conditions from people that are peers. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to say that bit, because I was pumped about it being like something I could look into and like maybe get trained in, and you know, I felt really good about doing it at one time, and then
same.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, it's very difficult to be able to sift through the genuine and the fake. But the one thing I will say is that, you know, the chances of you stumbling upon and getting into the depths of that you did with Kirsten with another person who's faking is very, very small, because you know what red flags to look for now. Unfortunately, you just had the worst possible experience with the first person that you cared for. Summer, I want to just bring... Is Summer still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Can I just quickly jump in? Sorry, Emily. I'm in a lot of pain, so I really need to go.
Okay, sorry.
I just wanted to. Yeah, I just wanted to explain what happened with me and Kay, because it wasn't on. If that's all right with everyone.
Yeah,
if
you feel comfortable sharing, go ahead.
Yeah, gotta go. So, yeah, I will try and pop on another time.
All right, Summer, if you have a story that you want to tell with regard to Kirsten, feel free to send me a PM, and I will, if you're happy with me sharing your PM into a post, I will do.
Yeah, I mean, I've not had a huge lot of involvement with her. I mean, I've watched her over periods of time. I tried to relate to her one time. I was like, oh yeah, I'm also paralysed too. And she's like, well, no, you're not. Get up and walk. And I was like, the audacity. And it's
like her. You can't actually
just get up and walk. I love it.
It's like
the same to
it's
me.
a miracle. And the thing is, there's so no one's paralysis is exactly the same. Some people have feeling, some people have movement. I do have some movement and some feeling. I can't walk, but I do have a little bit, and that's amazing. And it's like she's spreading so much misinformation. It's scary, so much.
I didn't have no feeling. I didn't have no movement. And then if it weren't for this 3 times a week physio that I did, and rehabilitation for a year that I did, I wouldn't be at the situation that I am at now.
I've just got a standing frame to hold me upright to start to help me get used to being in an upright position, to hopefully it'll improve like my bowel and bladder and stuff. I've only just started with it. It's scary.
It's scary and weird, isn't it?
When you've not been upright for a long time.
Yeah, you feel 10 times taller than what you are as well.
I know, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm only 5'3", and I'm like,
I'm 5'2".
I've not even got that far up, but it's terrifying, and it's like she is spreading such misinformation. And she's going to be making so many people feel invalid because there's, a spinal cord injury can be incomplete. It can be complete. There's also another condition called cauda equina.
Yeah.
So
that's what I had.
There's multiple other ones, and everybody's got different amount of movement and feeling.
And functional neurological disorder, which I've got.
Yeah, and any movement or feeling is a rare one. And she's almost, I feel like she's probably making people feel like, well, if you've got movement and you've got feeling, you're a fake.
Yeah, exactly that.
And had she, claiming she had an air ambulance out and had CPR because of a big episode, even if you just had a big seizure, you're wiped out. Today's wiped me out. I was wiped out for hours after having a seizure. And it's like she's coming on live the next day after she's had supposed CPR. There's no bruising. She wouldn't be able to laugh. She wouldn't be able to joke because it would hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And, and it's just a whole load of bullshit. She's going to be making so many people feel little and invalid. Disability is a spectrum. Everybody presents differently.
Yeah, exactly that. 737262728A has just put, I have a learning disability. It's making me hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know your name, darling.
They're just asking for people to not talk over one another because they're finding it difficult to hear.
Sorry, that's probably me again.
Yeah, and it's just, she is definitely consciously aware about some of it.
100%.
It's how invalid she's going to be making people feel, because even I'm insecure or feel invalid at times, and I think with any chronic illness or health conditions, you will always doubt yourself. No matter if that is written on a piece of paper in black or white, you will still question yourselves at times.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things with, I hadn't heard the term before until, funny enough, Big Bang Theory, imposter syndrome. you can only have imposter syndrome if you actually have the condition you're talking about, which she doesn't. And that's the problem, that people like her are going to make it, like, we already have a hard enough time proving our disabilities to medics. We already struggle enough with that without, and to the world, especially, you know, we have invisible illnesses. We look to young crap that people believe. And it's hard enough to get care and attention we need without someone like her, making it a million times harder because she's just lying about it all. And what she could do is put her hands up, admit it's all bullshit, and then have a miraculous recovery, and then, you know, then be a shining light for, you can have these conditions and you can still do amazing things with your life. But instead, she's going to wallow in that bed, and she will eventually get the muscle wastage in her legs because of not using them enough. She eventually will develop more chronic illnesses because of the amount of medication she's pumping into her body, and she will make herself incredibly disabled eventually through her own actions.
Yeah, the combinations of some of them.
I've just been leaked information that there's a young, not even a teenager on the chat. Do you want me to get rid, or?
It depends, because
I don't want to do it, but at the same time, they're in a very vulnerable position.
Right, to the person who's in here who is underage, I unfortunately, because of the time, I have got to remove you off the live. However, I'm not going to block you or anything. If you want to message me and talk to me about what your experience is, then I'm more than happy to listen to you. But it's not okay for you to be on the live if you're underage, because I can get my account banned, and I don't want to get my account banned because all the work that I've put into this account would just be.
I know there is someone here on here that is 17, but their conditions are completely valid because I'm good friends with them. But I don't know if that's the person you are talking about.
I'm just currently going through what they've told me. This said person's told me, and just trying to find the username. If I find the username, then I will deal with. If I don't, then you would presume they've left.
So it's not to be insulting to the person who's 17. I'm not trying to invalidate your experience. If it was before the watershed, I would have no problem having them in here. But because it's after the watershed, I can have my account closed down because it's after the watershed. Now, you're probably too young to know what the watershed is. The watershed is after 9 p.m. So after 9 p.m, if I have someone on here who is...
Oh yeah, she'd know what.
Yeah, if I've got someone on here,
definitely not her.
I can't find a username, but I am convinced there's still.
Okay, well, if you are in here, just don't comment, please. I'm not saying that your life experience isn't valid. It is valid, and I will do a daytime live at some point, but I need to fit it around my son having, like, what they're not called play dates anymore. They're hanging, apparently, because he's over the age of 10 now, so it's not a play date, mother. It's whatever. I don't care. Whenever my son is not in my house and I actually have some time to myself in the house, I will do a daytime live, and I can have as many people in who are young as what they want. Nikki, I will need to see ID to believe that. Right, so Zoe, I'm aware that you need to shoot off as well. Yes. So if you want to say, yeah, he is Meg, he's way too cool for Playdate. Zoe, if you want to come on with your experience, and then I am going to have to shoot off because I've got to take my other meds.
I'm just gonna quickly say good night to you, and I hope you get
sleep
some
well,
sleep. I will try and hop on another time when you're on, and I hope everyone tries to get as much sleep as they can in this sweaty weather.
As long as I get more than last night, which was only 4 hours, I'll be fine. But I've discovered I can't sleep without something
I don't think
on
I'll be
me,
sleeping.
like a sheet or something. So I've got to find one of my summer sheets out to put over me because I need the comfort, which I didn't realise.
I'm absolutely buzzing, mate. Don't go. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, but I need to save my meds, darling. So you can always start your own life.
No. You gotta do what you gotta do, babe. Nat Roberts has asked, are the police involved? We are trying to persuade the police to take action, but it's proving harder than is necessarily.
If you look on Alex's reposts, there's a group live stream chat where can't remember the account's first name, where they mention about police and social services and crime stoppers, etc. and Ofcom, and apparently Johnny was very vocal during this meeting.
Yeah. Sorry, can I just jump in now, please? I was just going to explain what happened. As a lot of people know that I was a mod for KiKi, unfortunately. Unfortunately now, at the time, I thought all was good. She was really ill, that she needed me. I used to stay up all hours of the night, quite literally, making myself ill.
Same here, Zoe.
I wasn't drinking, which then led to me having UTI, which then led me to be in hospital. And I've only just come out of hospital 7 weeks later. Now, there are certain people in this live that probably know that. But yeah, no. But when I first went into hospital, this is when everything sort of all unravelled. My mental health took a spiral because I was in hospital, and then me and Kay kept clashing and arguing, and then I started to get a bit suspicious, so I called her out. She didn't like it, obviously, and then so I left. Yeah, I left, and then she decided that on live she was going to say that I was faking my paralysis and everything that was going on. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Bearing in mind I was in hospital, I was quite ill. I had dislocated my hip. That's another story, I don't even know how that happened. But she then she decided, live after that, she was going to then call me unparalysed scum. And then which everyone, like my friends told me that. I wasn't on there. She told me. My friends told me, and I was absolutely fuming. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk to her.
You're not, hon. Hey. No, thank you, Pumpkins Diamond. I will forward it on to Emily straight away.
That is her MO, Zoe. That is what she does with everyone. You should have seen the live she did when I did a live. It was last Friday, wasn't it? That I did a live.
Yeah.
She went live while I was live and literally said that I had sent her information that proved I had no diagnoses and that proved that all I could get diagnosed with was fibro, but that I definitely had mental health problems. Now, I am more than happy because I have shared them already on my TikTok, but I am going to share them again because of the fact that she put them out there. They were in the public domain, so I can share them. So she can't say that I'm doing anything, and she's talking about me. So I'm literally posting a video apparently about myself. That's what she does. It's what she does with every single person, because if someone decides they are going to question her in any way. Like, even if it's for some people, I saw someone on Sally's live yesterday that was blocked for asking her if she changed her tapes. Literally, just asked her if she changed her tapes.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a big deal, her changing her tapes. She makes a big song and dance about it. And she blocks that person, and it's just like, what? And then she will say,
she's a very aggressive, ungrateful piece of,
she will say
whatever you want to say.
She also sent me
She will say that you're faking, Zoe, and that's.
You also
went. You're not. We know that you're not.
Yeah.
Whatever you've got, she's got 10 times fucking worse.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. She went after it because I had movement in my legs.
Yeah.
But there's also different forms of paralysis.
And I was like, I think you need to do more research, love. Because then I sent her proof of the different types of paralysis. She still didn't believe me.
Well, 28 forms of paralysis.
But funnily enough, now I genuinely am struggling to move because I've dislocated my hip. So
I'll tell you what, Alpha Bar and her together, they're like a married couple.
I am still in the room. I'm just going to stop my cat from walking through a wire.
Yeah, she also sent me nasty messages, which are on an exposing count already. I think they are on Fakers and Liars of TikTok. I don't know whether
Zoe,
it's still or
can you do us a favour and screenshot all those messages?
I've got them somewhere, yeah.
And send them to Crime Stoppers.
Or send them to me.
Or them in Ofcov.
Yeah, I'll send them to you, Emily, because I've got you on WhatsApp. So.
Or we'll send it on your behalf.
Yeah, I'll send it to Emily.
Some messages to Ofcom on Crime Stoppers because she called me a murderer because I took my eldest sister's ventilator off her because my mum couldn't do it and the doctors were allowing us to remove her ventilator, but she was generally. Yeah, I just got to say a couple more things and then I need to go. She basically ruined me after that. My brain was attacking me, trying to convince me that I could walk after that.
Zoe,
but I
feel you, babe. I was sectioned for 3 fucking months.
Yeah, and
because
then
I believed everything she said.
Yeah. Fakers and Liars of TikTok was taken down, but she has got a backup, and I'm pretty sure they're still posted on there.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to repost them.
I also just came out of an admission.
Have you seen the account Wednesday about mentions Wednesday? That is definitely her because the way the comments are.
So basically she ruined me. My brain was trying to convince me that I could stand. I'm thankful though for her in a small way because I made 2 of my very best friends.
And it's made you stronger as well.
And a whole group of friends, one of which came to visit me in hospital. So,
oh bless.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Sarah, wasn't it? But I didn't.
Yeah, Auntie Sarah, because she then wanted to pose as my auntie because the hospital would treat me.
Yeah, we're either people's mums or we're their aunties,
wanted
and I've done it for a couple of people, and we all kind of, as a group, we all kind of just go like Mama Bear and go, right, if you need me to kick off for you, I will happily do that.
Well, come to my location and fucking kick off at my local hospital so they actually treat my diabetes seriously and not like a fucking idiot.
Chloe, I'm emotional. I'm on cocodamol.
Send me your details and I will happily make phone calls for all of you because I don't care. I will literally be everyone's mums. I don't care. It does not bother me in the slightest. I will be your auntie, your mum, your grandma. I'll be whatever you need me to be.
Well, yeah, I could do even
I've got some things to tell you about the hospital, actually, that will probably make you annoyed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about them tomorrow. what I was going to say. Yeah, so basically she ruined me, but thankful because I've made some very best friends, and Auntie Sarah, which I now call her Auntie Sarah, which she has said is okay. So, and then I also got some messages from John. But then John's just a weirdo.
I'll be your mum.
John's just a perv. And he would lose the comments after.
But
He's just a nonce.
yeah, basically that was it. But no,
John sent me a message saying, "Do you fancy going out with me?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
Yeah, see, a little bit of
Yeah. And at the time, I was only 25.
I think he's got
most people aren't
serious
aware
hobbies as well.
that her mum and dad aren't actually together. They haven't been together for years.
No.
Will have hardly anything to do with Mum will have hardly anything to do with it as much as possible.
I've barely ever seen her mum, and I was in mod for a good amount of time.
I've heard her voice once.
I've heard it once or twice, but yeah, she would never come out. When we would have to call for a medical emergency, it would always be John. It would never ever be her mum. To the point where I only didn't know her mum's name for months and months.
The message has just popped up saying, "Here's Johnny."
Right, anyway, I need to go because I'm in pain because of my hip. But Emily, I will message you later.
Yeah, please do. If anyone wants to message me, you have you can PM me on here, and I'm more than happy to give you all my number or to give you my Facebook details, whichever way you feel more comfortable communicating with me. I'm more than happy to give you those details. And if any of you do need me to be your mum and ring hospitals and doctors for you, I'm more than happy to do that. I used to work for the Citizens Advice Bureau. I have a very good telephone voice as long as I've actually taken my meds on time, which I do in the daytime. Medication time, mummy, medication time. So, you know, I am actually capable of making those phone calls for you if any of you need me to. And any of you have got any evidence whatsoever that you can email me or Facebook message me or text me, please do, because it's all going to be compiled together. Do not contact Norfolk Police, because Norfolk Police are a waste of time. We're staying away from Norfolk Police. We're going through other services to get this dealt with, because she knows people in the Norfolk Police, which has been proven to us to be true. It is true, unfortunately. We will.
Oh, sorry.
We will get something done about this. We will do whatever we can to get something done about this. So just know that everything that you share, well, one, won't be shared further without your permission, and two, we are going to get something done about it. We're not going to stop fighting. We literally are not going to stop fighting until we get her taken off this app. She needs off this app.
Unless we fear for your safety.
Can I just say one more thing?
Everything is shared in confidence unless we're worried about your health and well-being.
Yeah, if we obviously think that you're like close to doing something to yourself, then we are going to do something about it. Okay, Emma, please take care and sleep well. Emma's like me. If she takes certain medications, her eyesight goes to wonk, and she's getting.
Please are corrupt.
Can I just say one more thing before I disappear? Basically, I was talking to Chloe Cooper the other day, and I realised that actually partly the reason I got a UCI was because of Kirsten, because I was so focused on her that I then forgot to drink and look after myself properly, to the point where I did damage to myself, and I
ended up.
And I only
I don't know if I should say this or not, to be fair.
I only just realised that the other day. But also, Emily, what I was going to message you about is nothing to do with the case situation. It's just genuinely my hospital experience.
Yeah, no, you can message me about anything.
It pissed me off. But yeah. I'll leave you all be now. I'll speak to you all later.
No, you're fine, Zoe. Don't worry.
It's okay. I've got to go anyway because I'm struggling with pain. But yeah.
All right, babe.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, darling. Love you.
Love you all. Bye. Love you all. Bye.
I'm not going to disclose what I did or how I did,
But let's put it this way, after dealing with Kirsten for so long, for that 10 months I dealt with her, I was surprised Emily didn't notice before I kind of did, and my social workers and that did. They ended up sectioning me because I spent so much time on this app during the day, during the night, during the day, during the night, disregarding my health and food intake, my insulin and everything like that. For my own safety, they sectioned me because I just wasn't doing medication and stuff because I was so focused on her. Please, 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 if you are a mod,
I know someone who's a mod.
Please back out before it's too late.
Is also a really close friend who has learning difficulties. And she uses her.
If we're talking about the person that I think we're talking about, she has done for years.
Becky.
Yeah.
Becky Hammond.
Trying to get her away from her.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get her away from her since I left. I've been trying and trying and trying, and I.
Yeah, she's been coming in my life and being really nasty, saying that I'm trolling people and that. And I just went, at the end of the day, I'm not trolling anyone. I'm doing my thing. You're doing your thing.
Apparently, Lee's also very vulnerable, and she isn't looking after herself. She isn't looking after her health, and she isn't sleeping, which she used to get us to do all the time. And Bex was included in on that. We had a rota. We literally had a rota for who would do what night.
Yeah, we did. It's a shame we can't.
She's interesting her on advice of her own medicines. With medicines.
We know Becky B does. That's Becky Hammond. She's changed her name.
What she changed it to now? Because she's
Becky Hammond, and now I think it's Becky Boo.
Yeah.
Oh, Becky Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it might have been because
she followed me and started giving me a lot of harassment. But it's none of my lives that I can. What's the name? Because it weren't in PM or DM, I can't get the transcript.
So she refers to it as a sister.
And the thing that concerns me about Becky is the fact that she has got this insistence that Becky was on the phone with her when she became paralysed, when I have literal proof of Kirsten messaging me stating this was in 2023, I think, that she'd been paralysed for 3 years, which means there is
2023
whatsoever that Becky was on the phone with her when she became paralysed, but she has put that on Becky. I remember when she turned against Becky because she'd fallen out with her.
What, she put that on Becky? She claims she's not even paralysed for 2 years. I remember the date and exactly how it became paralysed.
Unfortunately, she's not even paralysed because me and Sally worked something out on one of her video clips. If she was paralysed, one, she wouldn't be using her legs to steady herself. They would just buckle.
They would.
She was holding on with her arms, but there was no weight going through her arms. She moved her bum from the back of the chair to the front of the chair with her legs on the floor.
So
if she was paralysed, she would not be doing that.
She told Carmen that it was her chronic regional pain syndrome. And it's not power.
Yeah, Carmen, if you've got proof of that would be really useful. But I've got proof that you can walk anywhere.
Yeah, I've seen somewhere. I've seen a video of that. The photograph of her power chair in it as well.
Carmen, if you know how to do screen recordings and you go in her live or you watch from the outside, take screen recordings of it, please, and send it to us as proof. That's all we ask. We won't mention your name or anything.
Definitely do.
We just need proof.
because we need to get this person off this app. Because have you seen most recent video? Recent video. She claims that fuck off. Sorry,
it's all right. Don't worry.
She claims an air ambulance was called out. They couldn't get
She does that all the time. She claims that all the time, even though you can.
But
if you go on flight,
literally has stab marks all over it. And I was thinking, so if this femoral line was actually true, which it isn't, they'd be able to use the femoral line.
She's claimed that the air ambulance.
If you all go on Flight Radar and track Air Ambulance, Norfolk Air Ambulance, it will show you the missions, the time, the date, and the approximate location to about 10 miles.
And you can also download an app where you can track it on, because I only know this because Chloe's got it, because Chloe's a nurse, and she has a fascination with watching it, and she was talking to me about it so that my son could watch it, because my son because he's a kid, so anything to do with helicopters is obviously cool. It doesn't matter that he's nearly a teenager. It's a helicopter. Helicopters are just cool, which is why Christy, bless her, she was in hospital and she was in a room, she could see the helipad, so she was sending us videos every time the helicopter landed so I could show them to my son, because he was like, oh, helicopters, because helicopters are cool. There's proof. You can watch. You can see that. Proof that
I'd say it's pretty cool.
It's Flight Radar 24, I think it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. My mum works in ICU, so she gets a lot of flown patients.
It is Flight Radar 24, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. Download that, guys, if you don't believe us. You'll see the missions, the information, the call logs. The only thing you won't see is whether it was their name, their condition, and stuff like that. You'll see where they've been, the approximate location, and the time they dispatched, the time they left scene, and such and such.
I know her full address because I've sent.
Don't dox it.
I'm not going to say
as well. You walk, guy, right?
Oh, you can just call me Alicia. My name's Alicia.
I know it as well. And so does Emily. So
and I was like, seriously, you're not even as rural as you claim to be.
Doxing is giving someone's address out, which is illegal.
Oh yeah, I would never say that at all.
The only person I gave it to is Sally. Purely because she's working with an organisation and a mentor who will obviously delete the information that I've gave, but show the package that I sent.
Yes, it is true. She's banned. She's not just banned from one hospital, she's banned from a couple. And yes, it is true, and we have evidence of that. Unfortunately, I cannot post it because we need to have clearance to be able to post it because of who has shared it, because we don't want them to lose their job. Right, I am going to have to shoot off because it's nearly 1 o'clock. But I will be... Well, she can go back and tell her that we all had a lovely life and we were nice and chilled on the live today because we didn't have her coming in or her idiot dad. We're going to... I'm going to shoot off. I will be live again on the 5th. So...
I'm on holiday. I will try and mod.
Oh, is that the day of my surgery? No, it's not.
So the 5th I'll be live again because my... message me after. I will... anyone who wants to message me, feel free to message me. I will respond to everyone, but it'll probably be tomorrow because I'm going to come off the live, have yet another pee, and then take my other meds that I'm supposed to take, and then I'm.
Shanice has said I was in hospital with this girl.
That would be really useful.
I've been in hospital with this person as well, and they asked a friend that I know very well, who is completely reliant on NJ feeding, and has been on the waiting list for a Rig J for 20 months, and she went over and took one.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. She's stolen a feeding machine, and she's stolen medication off people as well, and then tried to buy medication off other people, all of which back up. So, yeah.
Oh, she's told me. I'm not.
I will try and go live during the day at some point, but that will have to be as one of those. I can't give you an exact time and date because I need to get a day of my son's friends.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.